Let's take a look at research breakthroughs. Alola Marowak, Mawile, Drudigan. My friend Alex says Dragigen, and I almost want to push him over every time he says that.
Is he doing that just to bother you?
I don't know anymore, man. I don't know.
You're tuned into the GOCast podcast, your one-stop shop for updates, news, tips, and community in the world of Pokemon Go. Thank you for listening.
A new season is about to begin in Pokemon Go. Be sure to bring both your might and your mastery.
Shiny Charcadet is here and ready to make you squint.
The only thing better than a tiger is a big tiger. And more on this episode of GOCast. Hello, and welcome to the GOCast podcast, episode 316. They make numbers that high? It's March 4th. It's a Tuesday afternoon. If you can believe it, I scarcely can. I'm your host, Chris, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Kyle.
Hiya.
Hey, Kyle, how you doing?
Doing okay. I'm stressed, but okay.
Yeah, 'tis the season. I think we say that all the time, though.
So is there not a stressed season? I want to know when it is.
Yeah, hey, I was about to say June, July, but no, it's not because that's GoFest season. Anyway, we're also joined by a third co-host here who's not always my co-host, but every time it happens, it's a treat. And thank goodness it's at least 4 times a year. We've got DeFi 250. How you doing, Steph?
I'm doing well. Really excited we were able to get together and record a slightly smaller megapod today.
Yeah. This is like a medium pod, but it'll be megapod content filled. We promise. We will have a cameo from one of our usual hosts later. Fish on a Heater will be joining us virtually and across time and space. But Lachlan is very busy right now. Not only is he busy working at the moment, but it's also like really bad inclement weather by him. They've got, I think, a hurricane, or I don't want to misappropriate the type of storm it is. But it's a bad one with like 120 mile an hour wind, something like that. He was telling me all about it. But we wish him the best and safety, of course. We look forward to seeing and hearing you next time, Lachlan. But for those of us that are here, we're here. That's all there is to it, I guess. So really quick, let's knock out our goals from last week, Kyle, so that we can get to our group content here of our seasonal goals and the new season in general and all that good stuff. So last week we set some goals. Some of us set some goals. Another one of us set a goal, 2 goals, I guess.
It could be 2 goals.
Sure. Yeah. I don't see a comma. I'm just saying. I guess it's because it's only 2. Why would you use a comma?
I used an ampersand.
I understand. And I appreciate the ampersand. Thank you, sir. So we had, Go Tour Unova Global this past weekend. Kyle's only goals were to get a black Kyurem and a white Kyurem. How did we fare, sir?
Does it count if I have the energy but I haven't fused one yet?
What is your reason for not fusing them yet, I suppose?
I didn't look to see which one's worth it. Plus, most of them were kind of pretty bad.
Your Kyurem were?
Yeah.
I don't know. If you had a long list and you had a series of misses prior to this, I might be like, you know what? Love wins. Let him have it. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling that good right now. All right.
Well, I'll take the 0, but I got the energy, which is what I wanted.
You hadn't fused either of them?
No, I haven't fused either of them yet.
Oh my. Okay, that's unfair.
But you have the potential.
I do have the potential.
You could do it right now.
Yes. But I don't want to waste it because I didn't do 250 like I did for Necrozma. I
don't know. I feel like
I did 15.
I feel like in the past you would have gotten it, so 17. I got to be consistent and give it to you this time.
Woo, 100%.
Congrats on your pity 2 out of 2, man.
Hey, right. Look. Okay, everybody. I played 31 hours of Monster Hunter this weekend instead.
He did.
Over 2.5 days. So.
And then in our group chat of people that were playing, he's like, can somebody send me raids? I need 3 more Black Cure raids for the energy. And I send him 2 invites in a row, and this man is MIA. And I'm like, he is mid-hunt right now. I know it.
Not looking at my phone. By the way, I got a lot of invites. this weekend. I just missed some of them, so I appreciate the ones that people
I think I sent you a couple.
I joined one of them. I did join one of them. So
Yes.
I got one shiny. Kyurem from
Ooh, how many do you think you did?
Like 17 or 18.
Okay. And Steph, I was under the impression, based on the number of invites coming through and knowing you, that you were playing. So how did you fare with your Kyurem?
I thought there was another word coming.
I thought there was going
Kyurem.
to be two, but I stopped talking instead.
I was waiting.
How did you do with your Kyurem rating? How about that? Period. Question mark. I mean,
so I only played on one of the days. I only played on Sunday, and I did really well. So I grinded out all the raids I needed to on Sunday. I did buy the $15 pass, so you got a little bit of extra energy from that. And yeah, I grinded it out. I have both Kyurem Black and Kyurem White. I fused my 98% Best Buddy Kyurem that I already had, and I just Elite TM'd it to Glaciate so it would have the move with just a random Zekrom. And then for Reshiram, I fused it with just a shiny Kyurem that I got. So then I have a shiny Kyurem White.
Nice. Very nice. Okay. So you did the thing, more or less.
I did it.
You did the thing. Okay, great. Well, let's hopefully continue the success train here. I'm gonna lay myself bare before the council of my goals as well. 100 plus eggs hatched. I hatched like 85.
Wow.
Which is still good. And I played both days, like 6+ hours each day. And I didn't quite hit it. I will say on Sunday, the group I was playing with, which I loved playing with y'all, it was great. I know some of you were listening. Hey, Mitch. Really wanted to do raids instead of like the cruising or walking and catching wild spawns, which was kind of what I was hoping to do for this reason and other reasons that'll become apparent in a second here. So less hatching, but 85 is still good. So that's fine. My second goal was to hit 250 plus ranks on the pass. I finished it at 500 before Sunday was out. So that was good. I mean, full disclosure, I had the deluxe pass, which was given to Kyle and I both had our deluxe passes given to us by Niantic. So full transparency there. So it went a lot faster. That's cool. And I wisened up at the end around rank 350. What, Kyle? Go ahead.
What did the deluxe pass have besides obviously you could buy 10 more? Did it have more tasks you could do?
So there's that, but I was under the impression that you also earned more points.
I don't think that's the case.
Okay, then maybe people were just referencing the ranks, but either way, it was quicker, even if it was just that little amount or not, you know.
They did raise the points that
yes, they did.
Individual tasks started at the weekend, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Not to interrupt your goals there, but it did turn out to be fairly easy if you played to gain the ranks, which I was slightly concerned about last week when we were recording. So that was nice to see.
I played really hard on Sunday and got over rank 300.
Yeah.
So I would have easily cleared.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I would have easily cleared it had I played both days.
Yeah. After Saturday, I think I was at 316, 315. So similar to what you were just saying. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So that's done. We love that. More shiny Deerling. I got one, but it's a duplicate of one I already had.
Did you have to trade for it?
No,
no,
but this is the duplicate of the one I did trade for though. So I guess we're back. It's fine. You need two anyway. You need the Saws buck, so it's fine. I guess. Sure. It would have been unforgivable if I had gotten 3 of the same one and they were the only 3 I got. I would have just quit.
Oh, that would have been so funny.
Hung up the man. It would have been good content. You're so right, Kyle. 2 hundos. No hundos. Not a single one. I'm still looking at those 2 Bouffalant from LA. Jeez. And then 30 plus shinies. I think I got like 23. Not quite as many as I was hoping for, but you know what? I kind of forgot that the shiny rates were not really that boosted, or were at least not GoFest level.
I got one shiny at home.
What'd you get?
A Lillipup.
Oh,
which is like, I don't know, my 5th Lillipup.
That's okay. We like Lillipup. That's fine.
What did I get? I hatched a shiny Maractus today from like an egg I had left over. So that was cool.
I like it.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, I guess, if you count the Maractus
We
that
do.
I hatched
This
today.
Sunday. Yeah, that counts.
But like some random stuff, like a shiny Pancham from event research. I got one of each of the Pikachu with a hat.
Mhm.
I got a Purloin was one that's been a hole in my shiny decks forever. And I finally got my first shiny Purloin. So that was really exciting for me.
Nice.
And one shiny Deerling, exactly one. But I had 2 of them run from me because my Go Plus got to them before I did. The Go Plus giveth and the Go Plus take it away.
You can't be looking at that.
You can't.
Yep.
You can't be looking at that, and then all of a sudden the plus is your best friend because that's the only way you're playing like some people like me. Then it's just me, and man, yeah. As long as you don't look, it's the best. I'm awfully tempted several times. I guess one of the highlights I did get was a shiny Volibeye. That was cool. Hatched that, so we love that. And then today, this has nothing to do with Unova Tour, but today I finally had time with my sister to use the trinket and do a lucky trade. So she got her shiny Gigantamax Charizard I've been holding on for a long time.
Okay.
And she gave me, I'll hold it up to the camera, she gave me a shiny Galarian Meowth finally.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I finally have my Copernicus in game.
That's
It's just
good.
been years.
How were should I even ask?
Yeah, they were acceptable. 15, 14, 11 or 12.
12 because of
fine.
lucky trade. Okay.
Oh yeah, thank
Awesome.
you. Thank you.
You finally have that gap too. We've been waiting so long.
I have been.
So many Meowths.
I have been. So now I just get a hatch for that Shundo, which will take me the rest of my life. All right. So that's it. Oh, I didn't total up my goals. I did 1. I did 2. I did 2. I did 2 out of 5. Yeah, 2 out of 5. So congratulations, Kyle. You won. I guess we'll leave it up to the listener at home to decide.
Also, for those interested, I think I got to like level 50-ish on the tour pass.
So you didn't
From
get to your
home?
trinket?
No. Yeah,
That stinks.
Well, it would stink a lot more if I had spent it. If I had paid for it, I would have actively gone out until I got to 100. But
Yeah.
So
I mean, I just think, did you have your plus going the whole time and like incense going and stuff?
No.
You would have easily hit 100 over the 2 days if
Yeah.
you had done that.
Yes. So
At least we're in agreement. Like this was doable. Like
yeah, no, I'm saying absolutely. I'm saying that the pass was very reasonable for completing over the weekend. The numbers were very tuned in. For sure.
Yeah, they were. I think the part that's throwing Steph and I right now is that you don't care that you just willingly were like, yeah, I don't need that shiny trinket.
Well, not shiny trinket, lucky trinket.
Whatever.
Second off,
dude.
I don't trade. Who cares?
That's why
I don't
you
open
need
gifts to
it.
get my lucky friends in the first place
Why
to do
you
it the way
need
that I
it.
would need to do it.
Oh my god.
But this is so you don't have to open the gifts. You can get a lucky trade without doing the
Yeah.
gift part.
Yes.
But that's okay. How many trades have I done? Okay. Okay. I'm going to go open my game and we're going to see how many trades I've done since this game has started. And then Steph can say how many she's traded and we can
I don't think Steph is a good comparison. She's kind of big on the trading.
I like trading.
Okay, but,
Yeah,
but I want to make space for you to brag, so we should do this anyway. Because also I'm curious. I want to hear what the number is.
Okay, hang on. My game is taking a moment to load.
I should clarify. This is for Steph to brag, not the Kyle. This is for Kyle.
No, this is for me
be
to
judged
sandbag.
openly. It's sandbag.
You've
been ranked, my friend.
I've traded. I don't even have the platinum medal for trading.
Okay.
I have traded 1,889 Pokemon.
1,500 of those were under duress.
No, only like 300 of those were under duress.
In a hotel room with somebody going, you want to trade? And you're like, I don't have a reason to say no. I guess so.
Yeah. Like, and the other 1,000 were like, hey, we're at dinner. Do you want it? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I got 1,000 Dratini I need to get rid of. I can give you 100.
Okay. Steph trades
19,473. And I know I'm not even like the top grinder.
Oh,
for
no,
trades
definitely
out there.
not.
Like Camo, I think would knock me out of the water.
Camo hits 100 trades like every day. I'm
I
sure.
know, like Camo would beat that number.
Camel's probably got several 100,000.
I don't even know what that medal looks like. What's that medal?
It's the two Pokeballs like with the arrows.
Yeah,
I'm also not at platinum, Kyle. I'm at 2790.
Wait, what?
Oh no, that's gym battles. That's the wrong one. What am I talking about?
2 Pokeballs with an arrow going to each one like a circle. Oh,
not the explosion. Oh yeah, I'm still not at platinum, my friend. That's the magic harp. Oh my god, I hate that.
It's called Gentleman. The badge is called Gentleman.
1764.
Ooh, I got you.
You got me beating trades?
Yeah, I have
the Gentleman badge.
Yeah, the Gentleman badge. Yeah, here you go. Visual proof of how bad I am at this game.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I've traded almost exactly 1 day's worth of trades more than Chris in the 8 years that we've played this game.
That's crazy. And almost none of them have been with each other. Almost none of them. Anyway.
Probably about 100 of those have been with each other.
Probably.
Y'all, we've been recording for like 20 minutes and we haven't gotten past.
Yeah, that's how this works. It's okay. Look, look, this news is going to go a lot faster than you think it is. Trust me.
Okay.
All right.
Trust me.
Okay. All right. And for that reason, we're going to leave that prediction in. Okay. Seasonal goals from last season. We'll knock these out right quick. I had several. I wanted to have 20,000 eggs hatched total on my platinum medal for breeder. I'm actually at 19,799.
Oh man, that's so close.
One more in-person event would have done it. And then a platinum jogger medal, which I did do quite a bit actually. Yeah, I went 638 over. That's kind of nice.
Wow. Okay.
Go to Torianova in person. Yes, rank 20 in GBL. I will have you guys know that I didn't play a single match.
I didn't either, so you're not alone. It's okay.
Yeah, so yep. Have over 3,000 free spaces in my Pokemon storage. That happened at some point in time this season, but it certainly is not now. Platinum cameraman medal, dude. Who set these goals?
What's the cameraman medal? Is that the photo bomb
one? It's the snapshot one. Oh, what? Dude, I am 14 away.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought about it, I guess.
Where is that? I have it. I must have it platinum.
You did. You got it platinum. I think
it's a picture of a Smeargle. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 942. Like I've had that for a while.
Oh yeah, you have.
I'm losing my mind. Where is this?
It's probably lower. Have you looked near your bronze medals? You might have to scroll.
No, I have. It's gold. There. I'm at 335.
Okay, you're actually not too far off either. It's 400.
Yeah. I'm just. I don't. During like a community day, I don't sit there and do the 5 pictures because when I'm playing, I'm playing, and I feel bad afterwards.
I do at least one.
I'm like, man, I could have taken that picture.
Man. Yeah. I know. I hear you. Last one here was figure out how to pronounce Oranguru. I don't even know if that's right because I didn't figure it out, but that's my best guess. 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. That's pretty bad. We love it. Hey, for somebody who was struggling intensely with burnout this past season, I'm happy. I got a couple, and that's all good. All right, Mr. Kyle, you set 3, so this should be real easy.
This is going to be very quick.
Okay. The wish granted masterwork research.
No.
Why did
I think this was going to happen? Even if I had done my best buddy, I probably would still be on this stupid Kecleon right now.
Probably. I found that when I leave my home to play, I see Kecleon everywhere.
I don't know about that. I feel like I've definitely seen anecdotal evidence that that's not the case online.
Those are just people with confirmation bias that they don't exist. That's fine. All right. So no on that one. 10 million experience?
No.
How close did you get?
Not at all. I didn't write down where I started because I'm an idiot. So
I'll remember this in 3 months.
I don't know why I didn't write it down. I usually do in this case. I probably got a few million. Like I probably got 2 or 3 million because I really December, January, I played very, very little, if at all.
Yeah, it was tough. That's
It's not a great season in Go for me.
Yeah, if it had not been for Unova Tour in person and then this past weekend Global, when I was rejuvenated from the in-person event, I think my stats would have been abysmal. Yeah. But okay, so no on that one, but your last one was consistent weekly streaks.
Which very much did not happen because there was time where I didn't even open the game because I was not feeling it.
All right, man. That's a pretty looking goose egg. We love it. Okay. All right, Steph, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
So for Reach, Legend, Rank, and GBL, absolutely not.
Oh, no. Okay.
So I need to adjust my expectations on where I'm going to hit each season. I only got Veteran, which for me is bad. Like, I'm pretty consistently able to hit Expert. So only getting to Vet is not great for me. But
Sure.
I also, that can be explained by B, my next goal. I literally completed the Go Battle League timed research, the 500 wins, at 5 a.m. this morning.
Oh my
Yo.
goodness.
Now, is that because you woke up early or you stayed up all night battling?
I woke up early. So I did my battles. Like, I realized several weeks ago that, like, I have not been playing Go Battle League enough. And I'm never, like, I was very close to just not being able to hit it. So I was, like, sharing in my Discord server, like, every day. Like, let me pull up an example of what I was sharing every day in my Discord server. And people like Carlo were cheering me on.
Aw.
But for example,
Carlo.
I'd say, all right, I'm at 381 out of 500 wins. I need to win 119 more. And there are this many, like, and then I'd be like, there's 225 battles left of the season, and I need to win 119 of them. That's a 53% win rate.
Oh,
and
my.
I just kept, like, I did every single day. I played until I got to last night where I needed 13 wins out of 25 and I only got 11. I missed it by 2. So then I woke up really early and I had 3 hours left as of this morning. And I cranked out a set. I got 2 wins and I claimed my research. It was good.
Okay.
So I did do that and it took considerable effort.
Well, let's go. We love a win. That's awesome.
So that was good. I do not want to put myself in this position again. Because it was not fun, like, to be forcing myself to play every day.
Yeah. Well, hey, to quote Crush 40, live and learn. Live and learn.
All right. 3 new best buddies. I only got 2. I'm at 54 right now. So I made progress, but I didn't quite get there. Rising Star Duo, I did get this last weekend during GoFest Global because I was just playing so gosh darn much. So I did get that one this weekend. I did not organize my Lucky Ducks list. I don't know when like past
who made this list
was like, you're gonna have time. You're gonna have free time to think about Pokemon Go more than you normally think about Pokemon Go, which is already a lot of my day.
The mind share is up there. Yeah.
All right. And then my last goal, I wanted to do something a little special for us today. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start a video call in Discord. All right. So I'm at 999. I saved it just for the recording.
Okay.
So
so
my last one for 1,000. And I hope that you share this recording with me as well, Chris.
Okay.
This is I
knew what it was going to be.
This is my 98% Shadow Mewtwo.
I knew
you
what
can
it was
see
gonna
it is
be.
a 15, 14, 15.
Oh my god.
Is that from 2020?
I believe so. I've had this for quite some time. Yep, July 2020.
Wow. All right. Yes.
Let's
man.
go!
Hey, it's very
much.
fitting for the email from last week too. Oh my god.
This makes me so upset.
My heart hurts.
And now it's a
Hundo.
Hundo Mewtwo.
So it's got to be better than that 98%, right?
Of course.
That's how that math works.
Oh,
but let's go ahead and at least put it to level 40.
Okay, sure.
Let's do that.
Oh my goodness.
Look at
All right,
it.
so dear listener,
has-
if you want to witness a murder, make sure you'll watch the video version of this podcast. where we've killed a perfectly good 98% Shadow Mewtwo for the sake of morality?
Just for the sake
to
of
prove a point.
for the sake of hurting all of you out there.
Oh man, yeah.
That's why I've done this.
A part of me is no longer with us.
So I think this is going to be my next best buddy.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, that's a good choice. At least flex to the rest of the world your sins.
Yes. I'm gonna have this Mewtwo walk alongside me, and then I'll name it. Once a Pokemon becomes a best buddy for me, I nickname it.
You should nickname it That Just Happened.
So I think we can successfully cross that one off my list.
We sure
and
can.
here we can. There it is.
Oh, hey!
So much wasted Stardust too.
We love it, man. We love it. All right.
It's not wasted. I'm gonna use that Mewtwo in raids and Master League and stuff.
Something.
It could have been used with. Okay, you're right. You're right.
And it's cheaper to power it up as a purified Pokemon.
Yes.
Technically correct, which is the best kind of correct.
It's the best kind of correct there is.
All right. Well, I'm gonna leave this stream before I start.
It's done emotional damage to me
on video. Yeah.
All right. Perfect. I've disconnected, and then I'm sure you stopped recording. But there it is.
Okay.
It's
excellent.
Lovely.
All right. Jeez. Okay. Let's.
That was worth it to me.
It was. So out of 6, you got 3. So I think Steph just wins. Oh yeah, no, she does. Congrats. I don't know who has the belt anymore. Somebody does. We need a separate one.
I mean, Lachlan has the belt.
Oh yeah, probably.
Lachlan always has.
If we're talking about this one, Lachlan has the belt.
Yeah.
Wait, do we have Lachlan's results? No, I don't think he.
No, we don't have Fish or Lachlan's results. No.
Disgraceful.
Disrespectful. You know how they are. I'm just kidding.
They'll have to email in for next week.
Yeah. Well, what we'll have to have them do is send voice notes in or something. But that's neither here nor there. It'll be in the future. So we've dawdled quite a bit. So what we're going to do now is hop right into the news, because boy howdy, is there a lot of it. Yo, what up? It's the news. It's a new season, and this one is called Might and Mastery. When is this happening? Well, it's today. Technically, it's already started at this day of recording, which is March 4th, 2025, at 10 a.m., and this will run through June 3rd at 10 a.m. local time. Meet the Wushu Pokemon Pkwy. Embark on the path of might and mastery with a legendary Pokemon at your side. Throughout Pokemon GO Might and Mastery, you'll be able to grow, hone your skills, and become stronger alongside the fighting-type Pokemon Pkwy. You'll also be able to unlock new heights of mastery through Dynamax. With enough training, Pkwy can evolve into one of 2 forms of the Pokemon Urshifu, Single Strike style or Rapid Strike style. There's going to be a special research, which is available to claim from Wednesday, March 5th at 10 a.m., which is tomorrow for us, but hopefully that time is passed for you if listening. If I get this episode out before tomorrow morning, something weird happened. Encounter Dynamax Pkwy and more with this season's special research. New parts of the special research will unlock over the course of the season, as it always does. There's going to be a paid special research called A Second Path. For US $8 dues or your equivalent pricing tier in your currency, you can play through a separate special research and encounter Dynamax Pkwy again. So if you were looking to get both of the evolved forms, you can do that by literally buying the other one and then doing the research, I suppose. You can purchase that ticket beginning at the same time that the regular special research is available, so it should be available to you now. And ticket holders will gain access to the special research during Might and Mastery. To receive that special research, you must open Pokemon GO at some point during that event. And then after you've received it, you can complete it on your own time. So just make sure you don't buy it and not open your game. Make sure you open it. Claim it. Max Pokemon debuts. Dynamax Raikou, Entei, and Suicune will leap into max battles at different points during Might and Mastery. And stay alert! Gigantamax Machamp and more will emerge as Gigantamax battles continue, which is exciting because I think they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. All right, let's talk about other debuts. More Pokemon originally discovered in the Galar region, which is, from Sword and Shield, will be spotted in Pokemon Go, and be on the lookout specifically for Nickit, Thievul, and more. More about the two of those Pokemon a little bit later.
Chris, I got to ask.
Oh, yeah.
Did you notice the typo in this one?
No.
You always notice these type of things.
What happened?
This one here. More Pokemon originally discovered in the Galar region, which was featured in Scarlet and Violet, or Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be were, because Pokemon is being plural here. And that's
no, because they're talking about the one Galar region.
Okay.
Yeah, because that also threw me for a loop the first time. And this is the mental gymnastics that they were hoping that somebody would do. I'm doing them.
Chris does the gymnastics for them. Okay.
Yes.
Niantic, you get a pass.
Yeah, it's what the Galar region was featured.
Yes. But it does sound weird.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't sound right. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
When does English sound right?
Never.
Never. Yeah, very rarely.
Nope, just never. Let's talk about some seasonal highlights here. There's going to be a thing called the power-up ticket. Lets your imagination carry you wherever it may be. With that one, you're probably right. Trainers will be able to purchase a power-up ticket during Might and Mastery. This ticket will help trainers to get the most out of the season by granting bonuses, which we'll cover actually later, so I don't want to spoil them now. There's some theme stickers, and I actually put them in the show notes for you two to see, because they are so cute.
The stickers are so good. The artists at Niantic are so good. Like, the new loading screen is great.
Oh, it's beautiful.
The stickers are great. Very good.
Yep, I love the Rabambi one very much, and I can't wait to attach it to the 2 gifts I will be sending this season.
The whole season.
Go Battle League. Stuff's happening there, but we'll talk about that later in a more proper format. Showcases, those things are still around. That feature, still kicking. Some seasonal rotations. Let's take a look at research breakthroughs. Alola Marowak, Mawile, Drudigan. My friend Alex says Dragigan, and I almost want to push him over every time he says that.
Is he doing that just to bother you?
I don't know anymore, man. I don't know.
Alex mispronounces too many words that I think he's doing it on purpose.
It's possible, because every time I say, no, it's Drudigan, and he yells at me, you're not getting rid of me. And I think that maybe he's doing it on purpose. You can't silence me. Jangmo-O will also be in research breakthroughs alongside Frigibax and a new shiny release of Charcadet, which on its face sounds exciting, but practically it's really not.
It's so bad. I don't know how you throw the shiny of a Pokemon that hard.
It was written for you. It was literally made for you, the shiny. And you messed it up that badly. If you haven't looked at the shiny, please, listeners, do yourself a favor. Don't look it up. It'll just be easier that way.
You
might miss it when you hatch it or get it from a research breakthrough.
Yeah, I wonder how many people are going to be in 2 years in the future, looking through the storage and be like, when did I get the shiny
when people talk about the worst shiny in the game and people give a lot of garbage to Pikachu or Gengar, no. This is without a doubt the worst shiny in the entire game.
Yeah. Yeah. So
it's not even I'm not exaggerating or anything. It's so bad.
It's very bad. But we'll leave that up to the listeners and trainers tuning in and other mediums to figure that out for themselves. You'll discover your own sorrow and pain. Okay. Different Pokemon in the wild, which is always an exciting topic. In city biomes, you can encounter Flaffy, Ampharos, Whismur, Electrike, Pidove, Ferroseed, Charjabug, and more. In the forests, you'll see Ariados, Yanma, Wurmple, Cottony, Fungus, Steenie, Serena, and more. If you go on a hike in the mountains, you'll see P-Wooper, Paldean Wooper, Slackoth, Nincada, Croagunk, Hippopotas, Stunfisk, Clodsire, and more.
Wild Clodsire?
Yeah, Wild Clodsire.
I like it.
Yeah, me too. That'll make me smile every time I see him. That'll be good. Beaches and water will feature Meryl, Quillfish, Carvana, Whalmer, Spheal, Celio, Barbaracle, and more. And then we have our hemispherical shakeups, which I'm very ready for from the starters we had last season. Hisuian Sneasel, Bronzor, Deerling, the spring one, Dino, Chespin, Fennekin, Froakie, and more. And in the southern hemisphere, you will see Hisuian Growlithe, regular Sneasel, Beldum, Deerling, the autumn one, Rowlet, Litten, Populo, and more. We've got some eggs. Let's talk about eggs because this is going to be where I live for the next 3 months. 2 kilometer pool will subsist of Psyduck, Apom, Wynot, Bondslide, Ducklet, Smoliv, and more. I'm missing Lachlan right now, who has researched these and mores and put them up for us, but I didn't have time. In the 5 kilometer egg pool, we see Crabrawler, Kamala, Togedemaru, Grookey, Scorbunny, Sobble, and more. In the 5 kilometer adventure sink eggs, Skarmory, Lileep, Anorith, Munchlax, Riolu, and more. 7 kilometer eggs will feature Alolan Meowth, Galarian Meowth, Alolan Grimer, Hisuian Voltorb, Galarian Corsola, and more. The 7 kilometer route reward, the ones you get from that guy who's there once a day, that dude.
If you do routes.
If you do routes, which
that's a big asterisk.
Alolan Vulpix, Hisuian Sneasel, Galarian Corsola, Pawniard, White Striped Basculin, and more. And the 10 kilometer pool, the big ones, Larvesta, which, hey, notable change. Larvesta's not in all the egg pools now. It's just in 10Ks.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not. I don't have a shiny yet.
That's fair.
We'll get there. Larvesta, Carbink, Jangmo-o, Dreepy, Charcadet, and Frigibax. And then the 10 kilometer adventure sink eggs will feature Bagon, Gibble, Jangmo-o, Charcadet, and Frigibax as well. I was going to pause here and go back and get some commentary, but we're so close to being done here. Let me just read the seasonal bonuses, and then we'll go back and do some highlights. Increased friendship bonus damage dealt by Pokemon in raids. Was that not a bonus last season? I can't remember if it was or wasn't. I always just think it's around.
It's not worth enough to keep that information in my head.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It's either there or it's not. I'm going to beat the raid or I don't.
Yeah. And then trainers level 31 and up will receive 1 guaranteed rare candy XL from catching a 5-star raid boss during a raid hour. That's nice. Trainers level 31 and up will receive 1 guaranteed candy XL when trading Pokemon. Steph is clapping. Kyle and I are like, what's trading? They put trading in this game. And then increased Stardust for the first catch of the day. All right. There's that. Okay, so floor is open to the two of you for any commentary on this seasonal overview. I mean, obviously, events will make it much more interesting and stuff like that. I think the things that are standing out is the new Pokemon, the paid special research for a second one, a number of debuts, this power-up ticket. Hit me with what you got, Steph. Let's hear from you first.
Mine are just quick. I'm happy the guaranteed XL when trading Pokemon. Otherwise, when I do trading, we try to do distance trades, and those are kind of difficult to stack up to 100 of.
Oh, sure.
To try to get guaranteed XL candy. So it's nice that it's just guaranteed. I am loving the Clodsire Wild. I hope that I see one. I hope I go somewhere mountainous and I get to see a wild Clodsire. That makes me so happy.
Yep.
I'm excited that Galar is getting some love because I feel like it's been a neglected region in Pokemon Go for quite some time. And it's great. It has so many great Pokemon in it. Not just like the Galarian forms that we have gotten to experience, but just the Pokemon that are there. Orbeetle is cool. It's a bug, Chris. There's a bug that we don't have yet.
I know.
It's a cool bug.
I'm
it
waiting.
has a Gigantamax form.
Yeah. It's sweet. I'm thrilled. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like everybody is. I feel like even if you don't like Galar, people are just like, okay, come on, let's just do it, please. Let's just go ahead. So that'll be very worthwhile. Mr. Kyle, thoughts? Seasonal.
I like to see Kubfu being added. Like that's really cool. But I'm really irritated with the special research to get a second one.
Mm-hmm.
This small complaint. They're going to be special researches. You're going to have tickets to buy. I'm not complaining about that. There should be 2 for free.
We might get another one,
and you should be able to pay for a third one. Yeah, but we don't know that yet.
Years.
So that's giving people pressure to buy it now. Exactly.
That's
and there's 2 forms, so you should be able to get 2 for free, and then you should be able to pay for another one. You know, we got 2 Cosmog for free. We got a lot more than that eventually. But I don't know. It's just with it being such a theme of the season, that feels really, really bad.
Yeah, I think that's a fair gripe.
I do too.
If we got 2 for free and we got a third one that you could pay for, I'd be like, sure, go buy your third one. It's not even thinking about it. Sure.
Yeah. I feel like that would really appeal to the person that they think's buying a third one is worth it for the next roll of IVs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I wish I could be more excited about Shiny Charcadet. I want to be more excited, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really, really standard fare across the board, I think.
Yeah, but these stickers though.
I am not going to lie. I've never actually looked at a sticker after they've been announced.
Okay, well,
I see them in every announcement that I read. I probably have more than I can count in my sticker book right now.
I like the stickers, Chris. Because I send gifts.
Thank you.
Because specifically I send gifts when I'm at regionals because they have the special stops that are unique to each regional tournament. Yeah. So I do try to put a nice sticker on all the ones I send for that.
Yeah, I've been trying to make a point of sending gifts to people that I meet at events that add me, that I play with and stuff. If you're a random person that I've added, and I try not to do this as much because I'm not really good at it, from a raid or something else like that, you're lower priority. But I've been trying to have some intentional gift giving where the stop and the sticker have something to do with each other and stuff like that. Cause there's so many stinking stickers now, man. There's a million of them.
God, there's so many stickers.
There's a lot. And I love the interface and I think it's really beautiful and I like the way that they're categorized. I think it's really fun. I wish I just liked gifting more, but I'll get there. I'll Stockholm syndrome myself into loving gift giving.
Yeah. I like appreciating the art on the stickers.
Yeah.
For me. That's a big part of it.
Yep. Great. Okay, sounds like we're pretty neutral to positive on the season, with the one exception of the commentary on the tickets. So I feel like we're probably in step with most people. That seems like a very good take. But we've got our next piece of news is actually our first event, which is starting tomorrow as of this recording. Mr. Kyle, would you please?
All right. So we have up the Powerful Potential event. It's Wednesday, March 5th at 10 a.m. to Monday, March 10th at 8 p.m. local time. This is going to be the debut of Kubfu, the Wushu Pokemon. Kubfu cannot be traded, transferred to the professor, or transferred to Pokemon Home. That's a bad sign, everybody. That's a bad sign that it's going to be a very long time before we get another Kubfu.
Yeah, probably.
Special seasonal research. This is where you get the Kubfu that we just mentioned. Eggs, even more eggs. We just listed eggs. Here's more. Woo. Charcadet will hatch from 2 kilometer, 5 kilometer, 7 kilometer, and 10 kilometer eggs. For the first time in Pokemon Go, you'll be able to hatch a shiny Charcadet if you're lucky. In addition to Charcadet, you will be able to hatch the usual Pokemon available in these eggs that we've just listed. Timed research, complete tasks for items, an encounter with Charcadet, and to unlock the following event bonus. Quarter egg hatch distance when eggs are placed in incubators during the event. Regular event bonuses, half egg hatch distance when eggs are placed in incubators, which will be upgraded if you complete the timed research. Sure. Okay.
I like that.
I don't like that.
Well, you don't hatch eggs.
No, it's not about hatching the eggs. It's about it being a restricted bonus for just give the quarter hatch distance. The event's only 5 days long. Come on.
Well, maybe the timed research is really quick. Who knows, man?
We'll have to see. Maybe the timed research is super easy.
Yeah, then why not just do the quarter hatch distance by default?
It's fun. It gives you some agency. They give you half, which is great, and then they're like, "Hey, you do some more. You could have."
No, they made the problem, and they're selling you the solution without selling you. They're making you play for the solution.
All right.
Instead of just hatching your eggs. Anyways, we have some new max battles. The following Pokemon will appear in max battles from Saturday, March 8th to Sunday, March 9th. At Saturday, March 8th at 6 a.m. to Sunday, March 9th at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Very, very quick shake up here, I suppose. Sort of.
Not even.
1-star max battles. Dynamax, Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble. And 6-star max battles. Gigantamax, Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise.
Yes. So the starters are making a return.
All right. Yeah.
Yep.
For regular raids, 1-star raids, Gothita, Solosis, and Sinistea. Only Sinistea can't be shiny. 3-star raids, Alolan Raichu, Hisuian Typhlosion, and Sableye. All shiny.
Typhlosion.
Paid special research, Fuzzy Fighter. This is the one we've already mentioned. $8 US. An additional counter with Dynamax Kubfu. 1 incense. 2 premium battle passes. 1-star piece. Encounters with season-themed Pokemon. A rare encounter with a Dynamax Kubfu. Why is that listed twice here? And more. So...
You know why it's listed twice is because there was like a 2-sentence thing to it and then bullet points, and they mentioned it twice. And so me thinking that I'm so smart, I must summarize the sentence right here to bullet points. Now there's just 2 of the same thing.
But so they did list it twice technically.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh yeah, they did list. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yep.
Field research task encounters: Alolan Raichu, Hisuian Typhlosion, Sableye, Gothita, Solosis, and Sinistea. We just smashed the 1- and 3-star raids right into the field research tasks there.
Pretty
which
much.
Is fine. That's fine. All right. Thoughts and feelings about powerful potential.
I feel like you really can't deviate too much from your feelings about the Kubfu and its distribution, because that is the core of this event, is the introduction of Kubfu, and then whether or not you're going to then be tantalized by the $8 ticket to then do it again. I think what the interesting added layer of the shiny Charcadet chase is nice, I guess. Like, you know, as bad as I think the shinies are, I will appreciate, since I'll be hatching eggs anyway, because that's what I do, an opportunity, or a perceived opportunity, to have a better chance at getting one.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for example, like the low level Pokemon, like the Grookey, Scorbunny, Sobble, like those are Dynamax Pokemon. If you evolve a Dynamax Grookey up into a Rillaboom, it doesn't turn into a Gigantamax, right? It just stays.
They have not released the Gigantamax Rillaboom.
And when they have, you still can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So my question is, because they specifically mention it's a Dynamax Kubfu, Urshifu is a Gigantamax Pokemon. So I'm kind of wondering how that's going to work. Like, are you going to be able to evolve this Kubfu to get, are we eventually going to get 2 more Urshifu someday, or be able to raid for Urshifu?
I would imagine, keeping in mind marketing, but also how the system currently works, I would imagine, Kyle, please correct me if you disagree, that we'll just see Gigantamax Urshifu in Gigantamax, like our Gigantamax raid event, well after the season is concluded.
Like in a lot of time. So that's probably how we think it's going to work.
Yeah, probably.
I agree.
I think you'll be able to evolve this one and have a Dynamax one for sure, but the Gigantamax ones won't be until later.
And that's sad, because the Gigantamax ones look really cool.
They do. Oh man, that makes me even sadder about this Kubfu thing now. Thanks, Steph.
I'm sorry.
You're not sorry.
I'm a little sorry. I don't want to make you sad. That's never what I want.
Kubfu is very, very cute.
Kubfu's extremely cute, but like the Gigantamax Urshifu of both forms is just so good.
Yeah.
My only thought here, and maybe you could weigh in, this feels like a nothing event, and it feels very weird. Like
it pretty much feels like you're just getting the Kubfu.
Yeah, and like we know the shiny Charcadet is being turned on because of the season, but now we have an event for 4.5 days or whatever where it's on in eggs all the time. Why was it called out in the season if there's a specific event dedicated to Charcadet instead? It feels like this is just what should be happening during the season and not there's not much meat for an event here outside of the revisit of the Gigantamax, which is cool.
I think it's because they're leaning into Galar more, and Charcadet's shiny, while the shiny itself is underwhelming, it is a popular Pokemon that people want to have and would therefore like to have shinies of, even if it underperforms in the shiny department. And so then here, having this added layer of during this event, like right away out the gate, you'll be able to egg hunt it a little bit more than you would be throughout the rest of the season, to give people a chance to front load that excitement with buying incubators and hatching eggs, and then still have a continued chance, so people aren't like, oh, it was only up for this amount of time, because that always happens, right? So they're trying to do both, I think.
Yeah, it just feels a little bit weird. Like the event feels structured very strangely. That's not like, a shiny release is absolutely totally a valid thing to build your event around. The event doesn't feel like it's around Charcadet, because Cubfu is stealing the spotlight here, and then also the Gigantamax weekend is stealing the spotlight, which is probably I'm curious how that's gonna feel, because it's a whole weekend and they're not like dedicated spawning, so it's gonna be really hard to coordinate groups.
I think my community is gonna have a hard time with the 6-star max battles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We do better if it's a concentrated, like, short amount of time, and we're able to kind of gather a little better.
Yeah, can you imagine, like, hey, 3 p.m. on a Saturday, everyone's on Campfire, they've organized groups with official community ambassadors. All of your power spots are Grookey and Scorbunny.
I will also say, so this is this upcoming weekend, the March 8th and March 9th. Yep. Also, this upcoming weekend is a Go Battle weekend and Fuecoco Community Day on Saturday.
Like that, what's going on here?
Well, I bet they're thinking with this one that, again, they'll try to appease both groups of people, and you'll be out for Community Day, so you have a higher chance of seeing people out for Community Day. They're willing to do the thing in your community, but also if nobody cares about Fuecoco, then you could
people better care about Fuecoco.
They better care about Fuecoco.
They better care about it.
But that said, that's still my issue. My worry is not seeing enough max battles. Not seeing enough 6-star max battles.
Yeah. Hopefully there'll be enough if they concentrate it down to the weekend. Hopefully that'll be enough. And there is a lot of max raid spots around, even in like
there's a ton
more sparsely populated areas. There's still a lot.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I guess we'll have to see how it goes, because they've done that thing where they're like, oh, we're going to manually adjust rates for certain time periods during other events. They've done that before and just not communicated it. So maybe they know something that we don't know, right?
Chris, are you ready? I feel like you have to talk about the big tiger.
Why?
Because you brought it up in the opener.
Yeah, I do. Okay. All right, fine. You got it. You clocked me at the door here.
Because you're excited about the tiger.
Big
Tony. Tony.
Big Tony. All right. Raikou Raid Battle Weekend is going to be next weekend, Saturday, March 15th at 6 a.m. to Sunday, March 16th at 9 p.m. local time. Debut of Dynamax Raikou, or Big Tony the Tiger. Event bonuses will include max particle collection limit increased to 1,600, quarter adventuring distance to receive max particles, power spots will refresh more frequently, and 8 times max particles from power spots. And there will be a free timed research as well. That's starting on Monday, March 10th at 6 a.m. local time. So this will be leading up to the event. Complete the timed research to encounter a Dynamax Drillbur to round out your battle team when you take on Dynamax Raikou. Timed research tasks will also award Drillbur candy, max particles, and more to help power up your battle team. So you use this research to get yourself ready if you haven't really done a lot already with these. Because Drillbur was in Dynamax raids for a hot minute. Yeah.
I have a Dynamax Excadrill ready.
Yes, good. You should be pretty much set then at that point. So yeah, are we excited for the incoming Dynamax Legendary Beasts?
I'll try to do at least one. I did not do that with the birds, so I have a big hole in my Dynamax decks because I didn't do like any of the birds. So I can try to do a little better this time around.
Yeah, I think I'm much more motivated to do the beasts than the birds.
That's
for
absolutely true.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of the birds. I'm
Yeah,
tired
I
of the
know.
beasts too, but they're more compelling. At
Yeah.
least Raikou and Tay. I'm sorry, Chris. So
That's okay. A part of me loves Suicune because it's bad. You know?
I think
It's
just
bad.
Pokemon Crystal like holds a little spot. Like,
It does.
I'm personally not as excited for this. Same reason for the birds, though. I'm not interested in max battling legendary Pokemon like this because I need to invest candy in them to use them in the first place. And that's either rare candy or raids that I was already doing for other reasons. So
Yeah.
feels bad if you're doing it for anything except collection purposes.
I think it feels less bad for the reason you said, as we have these older legendaries that we've seen 30, 40 times already, right? Because, I mean, gosh, how many times have we seen legendary birds? We're all sitting on mountains of that candy if you've been playing since the get-go, right?
Counterpoint.
Uh-huh.
You're not sitting on mountains of candy if you were tired of seeing them and weren't doing raids when they came back.
I mean, yeah.
Like, if you see Articuno in raids for the 10th time, you're probably not even going to bother to go to the raid because, yeah.
That's true. But as this weekend is a testament in my case, sometimes you'll just raid because that's what everybody else is doing.
Sure. Okay, look, you can't use the peer pressure of an in-person event to support your argument.
That's what they're made for, man. What are you talking
Yes,
about?
exactly. They are uniquely situated. But those are only happen like 3 times a year.
Yeah, that's true, man.
So
All right. Anyway, I think it's going to hurt a lot more with newer legendaries, regardless of your attitude towards raiding. That was the only point I was trying to make.
it's fair. I can't justify the time, the effort that it would take to coordinate a Dynamax battle for a Raikou that's just gonna be for collection.
But Big Tony.
But yeah, Big Tony.
Big Tony.
Big Tony.
All right. Let's end on that. All right, Steph, would you like to talk to us about the Festival of Colors 2025?
I would, and that's a little bit why I gave you Big Tony.
All right.
Because I really appreciate and love that Niantic and Pokemon incorporate global holidays like Howley, which is, so the Festival of Colors is another word for Howley, which is a Hindu festival celebrated primarily in India, but it's a Hindu festival. I love that this exists. It is a great event. So I'm excited to talk about it. It is Thursday, March 13th at 10 a.m. to Monday, March 17th at 8 p.m. local time. I looked it up. Festival of Colors is Friday, March 14th. So that is the day that Holi is celebrated. And there are going to be colorful surprises around Pokestops when you get close to them, because this is the event where people throw like colorful powder, and it's very beautiful. You see a lot of very pretty images online if you look it up. Event bonuses: lure modules activated during the event will last for 3 hours. Bruxish will appear more frequently when trainers use incense. Take a few snapshots, work on that cameraman badge each day of the event for a surprise. And incense, not daily adventure incense, regular incense, activated during the event will last for 2 hours. Wild encounters: the following Pokemon will appear more frequently in the wild, and also for the first time in Pokemon Go, you will be able to encounter shiny Bruxish if you're lucky.
So lucky.
So lucky. Flabebe with differently colored flowers will also appear in the wild depending on where you are in the world. If you're lucky, you might encounter white flower Flabebe and orange flower Flabebe, no matter what region you're in. So then the other Pokemon: Drowsy, Magikarp, Natu, Apom, Meditite, Dwebble, red, blue, and yellow flower Flabebe, and Bruxish. All of those Pokemon that I just listed can be shiny.
Mm-hmm.
With raids, we're going to 3-star raids. You get Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. 5-star raids is Tapu Koko. Mega raids is Mega Swampert. You can complete field research tasks to get Stardust and encounters with those event-themed Pokemon. There's a free timed research that'll get you 1 incense, 4 rare candies, some encounters with those event-themed Pokemon, and more. And then if you want to pay $2 US, you can get 2 lure modules, 4 incense, 2,000 Stardust, and encounters with Bruxish. Showcases exist during this time.
They sure do.
I also really appreciate that they are doing something a little special for the region that this event is primarily celebrated in India. They're going to get a branching timed research. They're going to get a special Pikachu wearing a kurta. We've featured Pikachu wearing special regional costumes before, and they are always done so well. It's more than just a little hat. Like, they really do well by these regional themed Pikachus. And you can also get they will get additional candy for catching Pokemon in raids. I love this. Full stop.
Yeah. No, this is rad. I like the regional bonus in India. I think that's really cool. And there was one thing in particular here. The colorful surprises around Pokestops when we get close to them. Did we have this in the previous one?
I'm not sure, but I like it.
I don't think so.
I just don't know what to expect, but it sounds cool.
Like, I think when you get close, you're going to get like that color powder.
Yeah.
When you get close. And I love that. I don't know. I think it's a great holiday. It's about, love and spring, and I like it.
What's not to like? Yeah, honestly, I don't see a downside to this at all. I mean, there's a paid timed research ticket that people could,
it's so bad. About. What are you doing? So,
but it's whatever. Not even like for $2. Like, this is pretty run of the mill, and there's nothing super big in it because Bruxish are the extras and the extra encounters here, and you're seeing it everywhere else anyway. Yeah, so it's fine.
Well, I was saying is it's bad, as in don't spend your $2 on it. Go buy 2 raid passes instead, type of thing.
Oh, sure, okay,
yeah,
that's all.
Shiny Bruxish is an actual shiny with like noticeable color differences.
I haven't looked it up. I don't know what it looks like. Hang on.
I still think Bruxish is a strange and ugly looking fish, and I don't like it. I don't particularly like it. However, the shiny is at least like it's a noticeably different shiny.
Ooh, I like the shiny more than I like the regular one.
You know what the color palette is for shiny Bruxish? It's for those kids' cups that you used to get at Chili's like 30 years ago.
I don't think I know.
My man hasn't eaten enough Chili's. Clearly,
no. The Chili's was not on the menu when I was a kid.
Chili's. Well, I had so many Chili's.
Mm-hmm. Airport. I eat at the Chili's at the O'Hare Airport.
Yeah, it's so good. Okay, anyway, cool event. Big ups. Sounds great.
Yes.
All right, let's move on to the power up ticket. I'm going to take this one. So Kyle can have our last one after that. All right. So we mentioned the power up ticket already, and I said, hey, I'd save the, all the cool stuff for later in its appropriate thing. And here it is. For US $5 or the equivalent price in tier in your country, you'll be able to access bonuses and timed research opportunities throughout March. Please note that timed research expires. The task, this makes me laugh every time. We've been reading it for years now, but it makes me laugh. The tasks associated with each timed research must be completed, and the rewards must be claimed before Friday, April 4th at 10 a.m. local time. Did you hear that? Hope you did. Okie dokie. Trainers will be able to purchase and gift tickets to any of their Pokemon Go friends. They have achieved friendship level of great friends or higher. I've already seen people swapping tickets online. It's been kind of fun. This power-up ticket, tickets cannot be purchased with Poké coins. You have to buy it with, real money. And it will be available in the in-game shop until March 11th at 8 p.m. local time. So if you are going to pick it up, you don't have too long to think about it, about a week, and then you gotta, buy it. Okay, let's talk about the bonuses that it gives you. It will give you the bonuses of 1 additional Candy XL awarded to trainers level 31 and up for completing raid battles and max battles. This would be on top of the seasonal one. So if you do this at raid hour, you'll get the bonuses, and I guess at every other time too. That's pretty cool. Not just shoehorned into raid hour. 3 times experience awarded for your first catch of the day and for your first Pokestop or gym spin of the day. You can open up to 50 gifts per day. You can receive up to 150 gifts per day, and you can hold up to 40 gifts in your item bag. There's going to be a timed research as well associated with this that will reward you with 8 premium battle passes, 2 max particle packs, 1 lucky egg, 1 star piece, 2 fast TMs, and 2 charge TMs. I think mathematically this technically does math out to the value, plus you're getting, your bonuses as well. So whatever that value judgment is for you is going to be what it is. If you're going to buy it right away and you're going to raid, probably worthwhile. If you're not much of a raider, nah. I don't think that's it, because the XP bonuses for the first catch of the day and the first Pokestop or gym spin of the day are really not that big. 3 times sounds like a lot, especially on top of the first catch of the day bonus, but it does not really add up to that much. So if you're going to buy this just for that, I would probably suggest not.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. The 3 times for spinning your first Pokestop or gym is very strange. I don't know. Is there a bonus for the experience for your first Pokestop spin of the day at all right now? I know you get 50 experience for a old stop, like one you've already visited, but I didn't know if there's an actual bonus. So like this is almost like you could delete this line, it doesn't even exist type of thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, and
it's whatever, but it's funny to even think about it.
Even if it was a bonus of like 200, 3 times is like 600. Oh no. Like
no, but 600 for 30 days is an extra, I'm not going to do that way after now. 600 times 30 is
18,000.
That's not a lot.
That's a couple.
It's not very much. It's not very much, but as just like one line of like 7 bonuses, it is whatever. Sure.
Yeah.
But I don't think it even that. I think it's 150. I think you get 150, which is nothing.
Whether it's a good bonus or a bad bonus, I'm here to tell you, it's a bonus.
Look, if you want the 8 passes for $5, that's what you do here. Like,
yeah.
Or if you want the gift giving, that's really it.
Oh yeah, if you're big into gifts like this, the cap increase is really nice.
I haven't bought any of these kind of like monthly tickets since the first one. If people gift them to me, I am appreciative. But I have I haven't spent my own money on it.
Yeah. It's just been kind of like a nice to have rather than I'd really like this. Yeah. That's fair enough. And I feel like that's kind of where this thing needs to be for it to be okay to exist. Because if it was real necessary, it'd feel real bad. And if it was really pointless, it would feel really bad as well. It would just feel bad. I like that even Kyle's like, it's it's kind of a wash, like whatever. It's fine.
It's the equivalent, like if you buy battle passes, this is worth it for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, get all pretty much. As long as you're okay doing the research for it. Like, yeah.
Okay. Great. What a nice agreement we've all come to. All right, Mr. Kyle, could you please tell us about the last event here today in this episode's news section?
Last event is Deep Depths. Wednesday, March 19th at 10 a.m. to Monday, March 24th at 8 p.m. local time. Event bonuses: half egg hatch distance when eggs are placed in incubators. Again,
woo! It's my time, baby.
Increased chance to encounter and hatch shiny Clauncher. Debuts: Nickit, the fox Pokemon, and its evolution Thievul make their Pokemon Go debuts. What's Thievul? Is Thievul also the fox Pokemon? Why?
Yeah, it's evolution.
Yeah.
Oh, but like the evolutions don't share the same tag sometimes.
No, Kyle.
This one must.
When you evolve Nickit, it turns into Thievul, Kyle.
Yes, I know that, but Nickit's the fox Pokemon. Is Thievul also the fox Pokemon?
Look it up. Yes,
I'm curious because they didn't call it out.
It is also the fox Pokemon.
Okay. Look, I needed to know.
No, I'm sorry. When it turns out that when you evolve Nickit, it turns into Thievul, the fox Pokemon.
Oh, see, Thievul, the fox. Why?
Yeah. Wait, so is Nickit also the fox? I'm sorry. Keep going. I can't do this bit anymore.
Wild encounters include Murkrow, Sneasel, Corphish, Clamperl, Purloin, Female Frillish, Clauncher, Nickit. And Nickit's the only one that can't be shiny. 7-kilometer eggs, small shakeup with Galarian Corsola, Pawniard, Clauncher, and Nickit.
Higher chance to get that Corsola. I'm here for it.
And that shiny Clauncher increase is kind of nice.
Field research tasks. Complete the field research task to earn encounters with event-themed Pokemon. Hopefully there's plenty of Claunchers. Timed research, free timed research, 10 Cub Fu candy, 1 mysterious component, encounters with event-themed Pokemon, 2 times Stardust for catching Pokemon after completing the timed research, and more. Paid timed research for $2 US or regional equivalent, you get 2 super incubators, 1 star piece, and encounters with Clauncher and Nickit. Showcases, they're still around. Yep. And that's the event. Why is this Nickit's debut?
That's what I've been trying to figure out. Like, I guess they're trying to mix like dark types and water.
Yeah.
I don't.
Dark.
I'm so
depth.
confused. I'm fine. Clauncher shiny. I love Clauncher shiny. It's fun. Why is the Nickit so odd here? And obviously,
like the
Purloin's
picture's
here.
weird too because it shows
Yeah.
Clauncher in the water and then you cut to like springtime with Nickit.
This event
The fox
identity is
Pokemon.
very strange.
And
Obviously, Purloin is in the wild encounters because Nickit and Purloin are kind of like rivals. So like that part makes sense, but everything else makes no sense.
So Clauncher and Clawitzer, though, are monotype water.
Yeah.
I thought for a second, does it have a dark subtyping that I'm just not?
mono water.
But no.
Clamperl, Corphish, also mono water.
Yeah.
This event is kind of all over the place. So
I like when an event
Sure.
is appropriately themed and this is not it.
Yeah,
I like when a nice,
Mhm.
like the dog event where you had all the dogs and then Voltorb
Yep.
as a ball. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was like
Yeah.
chef's kiss, the best thing ever.
We didn't get it at the time. Somebody had to tell us afterwards. We were like,
yeah.
It
Oh.
made
It was the ball.
it's
It
a
was
ball.
the ball.
it's the ball.
Yeah, see, maybe there's a theme here we don't understand. I would love someone inform me. But yeah, this event seems fine,
Yeah.
right? Like, it's fine. As long as Nickit's not like crazy uncommon, there's no real.
Yeah, and they're not
connotations
saying like Nickit if you're lucky. Like
Yeah.
they're just saying it's
Oh,
in
they-
the pool.
They might be.
Well,
you-
some trainers might encounter the following Nickit.
Yeah. So
but is it if you're lucky on the Chris, did you edit it out for us?
Oh yeah,
It
yeah.
is. Chris
I never
edited it out
include-
for us.
yeah, I
It
never
is.
include that.
Some trainers might encounter Nickit. So
Yeah, but it doesn't say lucky trainers.
no, but they do say some. So
But it's also in the 7
Different.
kilometer egg pool, which is rather small, so that's nice.
yeah. And for anyone who says I'm a hypocrite, the 2 times Stardust for completing this timed research is fine because it wasn't already a base bonus for the event. It's not like changing the 2 times to 3 times, then I'd be annoyed. The 2 times doesn't exist at all. Therefore, it's kind of okay that you're unlocking it. So yeah.
What are you?
Whatever
what are
mental
you scared of?
gymnastics you got to do, Kyle.
Wait, what are you running from, Kyle? What are you scared of, man?
Spending more money on this game.
This is a free timed research.
I know.
It's
All right. I like Nickit. I think Nickit, the fox Pokemon, is a cute
Yeah.
Pokemon. I didn't use it in my playthrough because there are better Pokemon, but I like it's cute.
It's a supreme like Route 5 Pokemon. It's great.
yeah.
You know, it's in the category of like Puchaina and stuff like
Mhm.
that. I like it.
I think its best quality, and I like Nickit a lot, but its best quality might be that it's next to Orbeetle in the decks.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Hey man,
You're gonna be so
Wait,
ready for
what?
that Blipbug debut.
awesome. It's gonna be
Wait.
so sick.
It's next to in Go's decks, you mean?
No, in the national decks.
Oh, and wait, what? Why is-
Or on Bulbapedia's 827 is Nickit and 826 is Orbeetle.
oh, left. Okay. I was
Yes, to the left.
thinking next. Okay. I was like, what?
Next to 2. So either side.
Okay.
Adjacent.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Moving on. Because we gotta finish up today.
I'm upset that you didn't read what I wrote under showcases. I wrote still working on that medal ?
I think I probably have the bronze one.
Oh, and I'm happy to tell you that like last week I hit platinum on that medal. So I got my
Nice.
Pikachu. Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
that a while ago.
Yeah,
I
I
got
know-
that during the GOCast meetup.
Yep. You had that. Lachlan's had it locked up for a while, for lack of a better word. Hey, now this means that this is like level 50 all over again. I get to bring this up every week to Kyle, Yep, he's not even in bronze.
I don't put things in showcases, but also all of the local ones around me are actually crazy competitive.
Really?
Like there's like 20 local players that just always have crazy large Pokemon near me. And I'm not traveling to go find like obscure stuff.
Oh, I live in a super rural area.
Yeah, exactly. You got it easy. Chris also lives in the middle of nowhere. He just has to go in the opposite direction of town from all the hardcore players.
You'd think that, man. You'd think that, but I'm seeing Angela, I'm seeing Moo, I'm seeing Anna in the ones across the street from me that are on a road that doesn't have a sidewalk and isn't accessible by pedestrian people. So what are we doing? Come on, I don't need it anymore. It's fine.
Yeah, but like if you went like 20 minutes in the other direction, you'd be in the middle of literal nowhere and you'd find a stop.
That's true. I would never put that much effort into it, but yes. Okay, that's it for news. And because it's taken so long, we're going to be taking our quick break here. And then when we come back, it's going to be PvP corner time.
And we're back, and it's my turn. Let's do PvP corner. I am without Fish, but don't you worry, everybody. He is going to join us. He is going to cross both time and space, but you'll have to wait just a moment. I'm going to go through the highlights from the updates from Go Battle League, Might, and Mastery. I hope everybody used their star piece, I sure did, to get their end of season rewards. We can also take a look at the schedule. We're starting with Willpower Cup and Scroll Cup, along with Open Great and Open Ultra League in the first 2 weeks. And then you can kind of scroll down and see some of the other events. Master Premier is going to make a return. We'll get Spring Cup again. We love Great League Remix, Retro Cup, that kind of thing. And one of me and Fish's favorite things is that Catch Cup, not at the last week of the season. It's the second to last week, and you can play Great League both weeks, like the last 2 weeks of the season. Incredible. We love to see it. We also have a Go Battle week for Might and Mastery. That is going to be in May. So that is the only Go Battle event for this season, and it is right at the tail end of the season. Wednesday, May 21st to Tuesday, May 27th, an entire week. And you get all of your standard bonuses, your 4-time Stardust from Win rewards. You instead of 25 sets, you get 20. It's a total of 100 battles. There'll be free timed research. Rewards include a hat from Mustard. I will bring up Mustard in a moment. I love Mustard. Yes. I'm glad we share the brain cell today.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed rank up encounters. We've got Mindfu, Vullaby, Morpeko, Frigibax, Dreepy, and then, of course, that Pikachu Libre, which can be shiny as your guaranteed encounter if you reach Legend. If we take a look at our standard encounters, I love the addition of Spoink. That is something that's going to come up. Grumpig is suddenly very good in this Go Battle League season, which is wonderful. Spoink deserved its time, and it is getting its time.
Will that reason become apparent later?
Yes, that will become apparent later.
Okay.
But Spoink is now, it's a tough pig.
All right.
It's one big pig. All right. But otherwise, I like the encounters. You've got the Cubone, Paldean Wooper, Spoink, Mindfu, and Bunnelby for the first rank. Once you reach rank 6, Scorpion, Vullaby get added to the pool. At rank 11, you get Jumpluff, Teddiursa, Barboach, and Citadel. Once you hit rank 16, Alolan, Marowak, Lapras, Pancham are added, which are all great. Lapras also becomes very meta relevant, very much so this season. Then at rank 20, you can get the active Raid Star boss. That's always really fun when that occurs. Like, I was battling every day recently, and all of a sudden, like, oh, there's a Yveltal on my screen. Wasn't expecting it. It's always just a pleasant surprise.
Sick.
When that happens.
Sick, yeah.
Ace rank, you get Morpeko in the pool. Frigibax enters the pool at veteran rank, and Dreepy at expert rank. Of course, you can get that timed research with 5 pages. That is always my goal to complete, and we're going to do it with less struggle and less pressure this time. We're going to battle more consistently. Then avatar items and other rewards. This I love. So I want to hit legend this season because I love this pose. Mustard is great. You meet him in the Isle of Armor. He is a dojo master and from the Galar region. He's so cool. He's very tough. He's a tough opponent to beat. I love his outfit. I love this pose. The pose is stellar and definitely something worth grinding for. Do you two have any thoughts on the Mustard outfit and pose?
Good vibes. And I also loved Mustard as a character from the DLC.
I love that his wife's name is Honey.
Yeah. It's good.
It's very good. All right, so that's something that I think is worth grinding for is the legend rank pose. Of course, though, if you don't make it that far, you can get the hat at ace rank, veteran rank is the pants, expert rank is the top, and then legend rank you get the pose. For the cups this season, you have Willpower Cup, Great League Edition. Willpower is that fun rock, paper, scissors triangle of Psychic, Dark, and Fighting. And Gardevoir is banned this time around, so no charm abuse from Gardevoir. Scroll Cup is new. That is a different triangle. You have water, fighting, and dark types, and no Primarina for you in that cup. So those are going to be the limited metas for the first 2 weeks of this season. Master Premier, we know legendary Pokemon, Mythicals, and Ultra Beasts are banned in Master League. Spring Cup is back. That is water, grass, and fairy type Pokemon only. With some bans, Jumpluff, Roserade, and Toxapex are banned. I'm happy Toxapex is banned because it is a pain in the butt. It's a pain in the butt in the Open Great League. It would be a colossal pain in the butt here because as a water and poison type, it would beat other waters, it would beat grasses, it would beat fairies. It would just be too powerful. So I'm glad that that's gone. Roserade similarly because it's a grass type that knows Poison Jab. And then Jumpluff is just annoying. So it's big, it's bulky.
Yeah.
It's just too good. It's too powerful. Then we have the Great League Remix. So they'll check back at a later date for which the 20 Pokemon used in this season, I think, are the ones that are going to be banned, which is great because it doesn't make sense to ban the ones used last season once they're like the new updates come around. Those old Pokemon become irrelevant and it's a weird mix. So I'm glad that they switched to using the most used Pokemon from this season. Retro Cup is Dark Steel and Fairy type bans. All the other Pokemon are available. This is because back in my day, in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, Dark Steel and Fairy type didn't exist. So that's what we're going back to.
And Dragon and Ghost barely existed.
Yeah, Dragon and Ghost weren't even really there. Ghost was just Poison plus.
Yeah.
And then Catch Cup, again, it's fine that it's there. It's Pokemon caught between during the season, during the Might and Mastery season are available. And updates to the combat system. Switch timer will continue to be 50 seconds. This is just an overall good thing. It makes some of those rock, paper, scissors matchups. It makes battling a lot more dynamic. Nothing but positive for that. So that is kind of the rundown of the front half of the Go Battle League update. What we're going to do is we are going to send it over to Fish on a Heater, who is, again, joining us, crossing time and space, to take you through all of the attack availability updates and all of the attack changes. And there are a lot of them. This is a fairly substantial remix. This is a fairly substantial shakeup of the meta. I'm excited for it.
All right. Well, Fish, over to you. See you in a moment.
Hey guys, it's Fish, and I had to jump in here and talk about these attack changes because this is the biggest update that we've had since the Worlds update of last year, where, everything changed there. It's not quite as big as that, but there is a lot here. There'll be a lot of new stuff, new toys to play with. So I'm really excited about it. The timing of this is a little bit weird. I'm recording this a day before the meta changes. the podcast is going to be recorded a few hours after the meta changes, and by the time it actually hits your ears, the meta will be a few days old. So some of this information might change, be a little bit different. Some of my takes might not pan out. Some might be spot on. We'll see how we go. I am going off of current values that have been suggested or deduced by pvpoke.com, which is the world's greatest PvP study tool. Those values, some of those values are subject to change. So let's get into it. First off, you got Psyshock with an energy cost decrease. Now, PvPoke has this going from 45 down to 40. Not going to be a huge game changer. The Pokemon it affects are Alolan Ninetales and the Kanto Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales, typically when they use Charm, they're using Psyshock just because it's such a cheaper attack to run than, say, Dazzling Gleam. Mew is also running it, and it's now the go-to secondary attack. So, like, the PvPoke recommends in Open Great League Wild Charge and Psyshock now, as opposed to Wild Charge Surf or Wild Charge Dragonclaw. And Meloetta in Master League as well uses this attack as well. There are a couple more Pokemon that have been given Psyshock, but we'll get to that when we get the attack availability updates. Aqua Jet. This is the biggest win in the attack changes that I can see. It is getting a power boost from 45 to 70, which is huge, and the energy cost is also being decreased. So PvPoke has it from 45 down to 40. To put that in perspective, it's now got a damage per energy count of 1.75, which is quite good. It's above average. It formerly had a damage per energy count of 1, which is worse than Leaf Tornado. It is like you can't get much lower than 1, so it was a terrible move. Now it is very solid. There's nothing to compare it like for like to from the previous season, so nothing had exactly a damage per energy count of 1.75, but we do have Fly, Shadowbone, and Drool Run, which are all 45 energy attacks with very similar damage per energy of 1.77. There are a couple more attacks that have been changed in this meta to kind of put Aqua Jet in its own little group, and so Psyshock is one of them that they now have the same damage per energy, and there is another attack coming up soon. In fact, we'll get to it now. I am jumping ahead one here, but the next one I'm going to talk about is Sludge, which is the third in that little new grouping that's been formed of Sludge, Psyshock, and Aqua Jet. It's got that 1.75 damage per energy, which makes it the best poison move in the game by damage per energy count. Formerly, only 2 Pokemon had it, which is Galarian Weezing and Marshtomp, only Galarian Weezing being relevant, of course. And it's now the go-to move for Galarian Weezing, along with Brutal Swing. So you've got that one attack that'll come in 5 seconds and one attack that'll come in 4 seconds, so very, very spammy. Interestingly, what I found was that in the One Shields, the old recommended moveset of Brutal Swing and Overheat actually has a much higher win rate than the new moveset. And so I have to guess why the rankings are recommending the new movesets, Sludge and Brutal Swing. And I would think that it is because of the consistency. If you're running Brutal Swing and Overheat, you have to get your baiting and nuking pattern perfect to be able to make that work. Like, if you throw an Overheat and they shield it, then suddenly your attack power has been dropped by 2 stages, and you are nowhere near as effective anymore. Same with if you try and go for a bait and they don't shield, then you're in a bit of trouble there. So it can do really, really well with Overheat, but it's very tricky to use right. And so that's why I'm thinking that PvPoke just prefers the consistency of the 2 spammy moves. So then to backtrack, we've got Dynamic Punch, which is going down, according to PvPoke, from 50 energy to 45, which would give it a damage per energy count of 2. And 2 is, we talked about 1 being one of the worst damage per energy counts in the game. You can't get much lower than that. 2 is one of the best damage per energy counts in the game. It is like, you can get higher, but 2, anything with a DPE of 2 is going to be, chef's kiss. So that puts it on par with Avalanche and Psystrike. So it's got the same damage per energy count of those 2. And unfortunately, there aren't actually a lot of Pokemon that get affected by this. Machoke, Golurk, Shadow Golurk is a frustrating Pokemon for people who come against it, and Medicham gets a bit of a rebuff. You know what? Not enough to put Medicham back in the game, but Psywave Medicham win is my response to that. There's also a couple of other Pokemon that will be getting Dynamic Punch, and again, to tease you, we'll be talking about that later. Hex is getting a buff, going from 6 power to 7, and its energy generation increased. So it's kind of being reverted back to what it previously was. This one's really interesting because Dusk Noir still recommends Astonish as its fast attack over Hex. Driftblim now recommends Hex, whereas both have both of those attacks, but one it's recommending Hex and the other's recommending Astonish. My guess is that because Hex has a higher energy generation than what Astonish does, Driftblim is really utilizing those Icy Wind attack debuffs a lot better when it's getting to them faster. Yeah, that's a guess. That's my speculation. Dusclops has had a huge jump in the rankings. It's gone up from 273 in Open Great League to number 8, but that is not just because of the Hex buff, and we'll get to that later. Jellicent has had a huge rise as well. It's gone from 195 in Great League to 17, and Frostlass, DeFi's favorite Pokemon, is now recommending Hex rather than Avalanche. Not Avalanche, rather than Powder Snow. And that's gone up a little bit in the rankings from number 115 to 96. Next is Acrobatics, which according to PvPoke is going down from 60 to 55 energy. There are only 2 meta Pokemon that really utilize this attack, which are Jumpluff and Emolga. You can debate whether Emolga is meta, but it's a little bit tough because before the update, it took 7 Fairy Winds / Thundershocks to get to that first Acrobatics. It's still taking 7 to do that even after the energy reduction, because 6 attacks will get you up to 54 energy, and you're just 1 shy, so you need that extra little boost to get you to that first attack. But it is 1 attack less to get to the second Acrobatics, which, especially on a bulky Pokemon like Jumpluff, does make a difference. Emolga is now slightly ahead of Zapdos in the rankings as the electric flyer of choice, but it's very, very close. Air Cutter has been reduced from 60 power to 45 and an energy cost decrease, so PvPoke has it going just 1 step down from 55 to 50, and it's also been given a chance to boost the user's attack by 1 stage. PvPoke has it as a 12.5% boost chance, which is like Night Slash, but only 1 stage instead of 2. There's nothing good that's come out of this yet. There are some Pokemon that know it, such as like a Crobat / Golbat, but it's not making them particularly meta as of yet. It could be really nice coverage for other non-flying Pokemon in later seasons, so keep an eye out. Rock Tomb is going from 70 to 80 power, and the energy cost is being decreased, so that's the double whammy there. And this is actually a pretty big deal. It's going from 60 to 50 energy according to PvPoke, and one of the biggest beneficiaries of this is a Pokemon that has been threatening for a long time to become meta. It's been trying its little heart out, and I think finally it's being allowed to join the Cool Kids Club, and that is Claydol. It is now number 15 in the Open Great League rankings with a moveset of Mudslap, Scorching Sands, and Rock Tomb, both of them being 50 energy. And because Claydol is such a really bulky Pokemon, a stat product of over 2100, which is quite uncommon for anything to get that high, and Rock Tomb gives 1 stage attack debuff to the opponent, that, from what I understand, is more effective when you are a bulky user than if you're a Glacier, a less bulky user. So, like, a Claydol will get more benefit from reducing the opponent's attack than, say, Haunter, for example. There are other Pokemon that are being given Rock Tomb, but we'll get to that later. The current Pokemon that have it that will improve are Spiritomb, Runerigus, which I've always liked and wished would be a little bit better, more meta, Forretress, and Makago, depending on what the meta is. Rollout is being adjusted from 8 power down to 7, which it's one of those attacks that just keeps on getting adjusted depending on where the meta's going, so Rollout can never catch a break. Unfortunately, the two biggest Rollout users in Dunsparce and Licky get hit quite a bit by this change. So Dunsparce was formerly number 12 in the Open Great League rankings, now down to number 97, and Licky was 29, now down to 107. There is one Pokemon being given Rollout, more sizzle for later. Nightshade is being decreased from 80 down to 70 damage, which really the only Pokemon that was using it was Galarian Corsola, so this seems like specifically a target at Galarian Corsola. Still good, like it still wins a lot of your neutral matchups. The only really tough loss that it gets from the reduction in power is Clodsire. Now Clodsire is beating it. The last two here are Foul Play and Discharge. So Foul Play has been reduced in power from 70 to 60, but with an energy cost decrease, which has been speculated to be 45 down to 40. Again, it is a similar damage per energy count to before. Now it just plays a little differently because what are the main Foul Play users? You've got Mandibuzz, Malamar, Sableye. I reckon they're your big three. Umbreon as well. They just get to the moves a little bit quicker now. For Mandibuzz, it was 4, like if you're running Snarl on Mandibuzz, it was 4, then 3, then 4, then 3. Now it's just 4 for the first one, and then 3 for every subsequent charge attack from there. Malamar, really interesting one. Both Superpower and Foul Play are now 40 energy, and they're getting to both of them in 10 seconds now. In 10 turns, sorry, so 5 seconds, which makes it really a lot trickier to play against if you're the opponent, if you're not the Malamar user. And Sableye is the other one as well. Now it gets to, it was 6 Shadow Claws, and then 5 to the first 3 Foul Plays. Now it's straight 5 for each one, which is a pretty decent boost for Sableye. Interestingly, Umbreon now suggesting Dark Pulse. So Umbreon's like, look, I appreciate it, but I'll stick with this other toy, thank you. And finally, Discharge, which is going down from 65 to 55 power, and an energy cost decrease as well. So, bit of give and take there. It is now worse overall, with a slightly lower damage per energy count. It affects Pokemon like Unova, Stunfisk, Emolga, Charjabug, and Dedenne, if anyone was using that. I find Stunfisk very interesting now because it doesn't actually do that well into Mandibuzz anymore, particularly Snarl Mandibuzz. Air Slash is fine, but Snarl Mandibuzz can beat it fairly reliably. But it can also outpace Feraligatr to its charge moves now, where before it was 5 to every Discharge and also 5 to every Hydro Cannon, and because Feraligatr had the higher attack, it was just always beating Stunfisk to the charge attack. Now the second Discharge takes 4 Thunder Shocks to get to, so it can outpace there, which can provide shield pressure against Feraligatr. And like a couple of other waters as well I find really interesting, but you might have to do your own research on that one for the sake of time. So that is the attack updates. Now let's move on to the availability updates. First, Piloswine and Mamoswine are being given Icicle Spear, which I find very strange because it is objectively a worse move than Avalanche by a fair way, but it is still being recommended in the PvPoke rankings. Now, that may change by the time you hear this, but my guess for that is now Icicle Spear, like the role of Icicle Spear changes to be just a bait attack to set you up to hit a high horsepower later, for example. Again, that's my guess. The exception is if you happen to be running Ultra League Piloswine, and it does get up to Ultra League level, then apparently that still wants Avalanche, according to these rankings. 4 Pokemon have been given access to the new and improved Psyshock in Togetic, Togekiss, Reuniclus, and Bruxish. Side note, I've noticed more people have trouble pronouncing Reuniclus than Alomomola, which is funny, but forget about Reuniclus and Bruxish. Bruxish, like, you still want Psychic Fangs to really ramp up that confusion damage between charge attacks. Togetic is the biggest winner of those four because now it's just got a whole new moveset with the improved Dazzling Gleam as well, and it's got nice typing, pretty good bulk. It's I like Togekiss. Togetic, sorry. Togekiss, yes, technically improved in Master League, but it's still a charmer. It's still getting the same, more or less, wins and losses than it was before. 3 Pokemon have been given Psywave, and I'm not really going to talk much about that just yet, because one of them is Venomoth, which is really neither here or there. Like, it already had Confusion, which I guess Confusion was a legacy attack, so if you do want to use a Venomoth, now you can have a similar fast attack that doesn't require an Elite TM, so great for that. But the other two are Lapras and Grumpig, and the reason I'm not going to talk about that is because they've both also had other additions, which are big deals. So we are going to talk about it when we get to those. Ferret, Lanoon, and Drampa have been given the charge attack Swift, and again I'll defer those because Ferret and Lanoon in particular have been given other attacks later in the article. Drampa, an improvement, but still not particularly meta. Now this is one of the best ones. Dynamic Punch. The new and improved Dynamic Punch has been given to Grumpig and Dusknoir. And we'll talk about Dusknoir first. It is now the highest performing, the highest ranked Ghost type in Open Ultra League, and it's almost the highest ranked Ghost type in Great League. I think Galarian Corsola is the only one that still outperforms it. Having a straight Ghost type with a powerful fighting type attack gives it a really nice weapon against dark types that would otherwise destroy it, which I can't think of any other Ghost type that really has that ability, that weapon in its arsenal. Grumpig has seen the biggest boost in a single season that I believe I've ever seen in the history of Pokemon GO. Great League Grumpig, with the addition of Dynamic Punch and Psywave, has jumped from number 962 in the Open Great League rankings to number 7. That, for those playing along at home, that is a gain of 955 spots. Ultra League, not quite as much. It started at 628, but it's gone to number 1. It's number 1 in Open Ultra League. Grumpig, aren't you sad that you deleted all your spoink? A word of caution, though, is that obviously both Grumpig and Dusknoir are weak to your Dark types, being Psychic and Ghost respectively, and the Fighting type damage can help with that, but most of the top-performing Dark types in the meta also have secondary typings that allow them to not be weak to Fighting type attacks. So you're looking at Mandibuzz, Galarian Moltres, Drapion, Skuntank in Ultra League, Sableye as well, even resists fighting damage. So it's not quite as big a deal as what it first seems like on paper, but it's still a very big deal. So now we get to the second attack that Lapras is getting, and that is Sparkling Aria, which will be a straight replacement for Surf. It's kind of a midpoint between Surf and, say, a Hydro Cannon, where it's got the same energy count as Hydro Cannon, but the same damage count as Surf. Not a huge improvement over Surf. There's only one extra relevant win in Great League in the One Shields that you get with that new attack, and that is Claydol, which we now know is a relevant win, but Psywave is the big thing that has propelled this up the rankings. It's now sitting at number 3 in Great League and Ultra League, and get this, with its combination of attacks and bulk, it beats Mandibuzz and Shadow Drapion in all even shields. These are two Pokemon that are resisting the fast attack, this new and improved fast attack from Lapras, and yet it's beating them in all even shields, which is pretty crazy. Sableye has been given Dazzling Gleam, new and improved Dazzling Gleam, and that is a pretty big deal. No need to delete your Return Sableyes or your Power Gem Sableyes just yet. Both of those attacks still actually have plenty of room in the meta. That one's a real dealer's choice, that one. You've got 3 options now. You can run Dazzling Gleam, you can run Return if it's purified, and you can run Power Gem, depending on what situation you want it for. So Sableye's jumped way back up in the rankings, and the other big thing about it is that it really has a nice weapon against Dark types now, where it actually wasn't doing particularly well against opposing Dark types before. Rabombi has been given the fast attack charm. Blastoise, Weezing, Wailmer, Wailord, and Glalie have all been given access to Rollout. And so of these, Blastoise is by far the biggest beneficiary. It jumps up a lot in the rankings. It's got reasonable bulk and some cool moves. Hydro Cannon, Skull Bash, and it can get to those quicker with the Rollout. The problem with Blastoise is that there's already so many other good water types around, including the new and improved Lapras as well. So in Ultra League, Blastoise is the 5th best water type, and in Great League, it's the 8th best. So it's like, if you're going to have a water type in your team, especially in Go Battle League, like play Pokemon is a different matter, but especially in Go Battle League, if you're going to have a water type, there's so many other good options than Blastoise. Credilli and Bombardier are getting access to Rock Tomb, and unfortunately for Bombardier, I'll spoil this one that comes up later, it's getting access to Sucker Punch as well. It just means it's a discount Galarian Moltres. If you haven't managed to catch a Galarian Moltres, then Bombardier could potentially be a replacement for it, but if you do have Moltres, use a Moltres, because it's basically doing all the things Bombardier is doing, but better. Credilli, though, is a Pokemon that I've always really, really liked and used it pretty effectively in certain metas. It's now getting a huge boost with Rock Tomb. It's going up in Great League from 218 to 29, and in Ultra League it goes from 202 to 25. What I've really liked about Credilli is its typing, which is really complementary to each other, like Malamar, where like the Psychic and Dark typing cancels each other out, and so the only weaknesses that it has are things that you're not really seeing very often, like bug type attacks. So how often really are you getting bug type charge attacks and fairy as well? Credilli is the same, where it's a grass type that isn't weak to flying or fire like other grass types would be, and it's also a rock type that isn't weak to ground or water like other rock types would be. So it's not quite as good as Malamar. The weaknesses are a little bit more of a problem. Ice, it does have that bug type problem as well, and fighting is a big one. So any Annihilates become a big problem for it, but Rock Tomb is going to be a huge help for that Pokemon. Swampert and Swalot have been given access to the improved Sludge. Swampert is not, well, but neither of them really are really getting too much out of this. Particularly, like, a bit disappointing for Swampert. Like, you really want that poison damage to be able to hit back against grasses. The problem is that you need 2 for most of the grasses. Like, Serperior is going to be able to tank 1 Sludge. Venusaur, which is neutral into poison type attacks, that's going to take 2 Sludges. At least with Sludge Wave, even though Sludge is objectively a better attack than Sludge Wave, at least with Sludge Wave, if you land it, it's probably going to KO. Maybe with a rebuff to Mudshot, it might be a little bit better, but still, Sludge isn't the savior for Swampert at the moment. Dragalge learns Sludge Bomb, and Dragalge's main claim to fame is that it's a dragon that can take on Azumarill. Unfortunately, it actually does worse against Azumarill with Sludge Bomb than its other nuke charge attack of Gunk Shot. The reason being that Azumarill can tank a Sludge Bomb just fine, so there's no shield pressure there. Whereas if you manage to land a Gunk Shot unshielded, that'll more or less take out the Azumarill completely. So it actually does better with Gunk Shot. And the other thing holding Dragalge back is that I think every single Pokemon now has a Psychic attack. So it's running into a lot of resistance there. Roserade gets access to Poison Sting, which it makes it just a real live fast, die young kind of Pokemon. Like, it's there for a good time, not a long time. You know, it's a high attack Pokemon, so it won't last very long, but it'll get to like a Leaf Storm really quickly, and like anything has to shield a Leaf Storm. I don't care who you are. The Leaf Storm from Roserade is gonna hurt. Ferret, Lanoon, and Florges all get access to Trailblaze, and so we were talking about Ferret and Lanoon earlier getting access to Swift. They both improve a little, but it's still not really meta. Florges, I've always thought, makes sense having grass-type attacks, although I've always thought it should have Vine Whip, because, like, it's literally, when it throws its Fairy Wind fast attacks, it's the vines come out and start slapping the opponent. Like, it just makes sense. Vine Whip, Florges win, Niantic. But, PvPoke recommends Trailblaze and Disarming Voice as the charge attack combination in all 3 leagues, Great, Ultra, and Master. But it is actually dealer's choice, I feel. Like, having Trailblaze instead of Moonblast will earn you some wins, will lose you some wins. Except for Master League Premier, specifically, where you just want Trailblaze for that one. And finally, Mightyena, Bellybolt, and Bombardier all get access to Sucker Punch, just to really make sure this article ends with a fizzle. And that's it for the move updates for the coming season. Sorry for talking for so long. I know you guys are always pressed for time, but I always get so excited about the implications of all these attack updates in the meta. I wish you all good luck in the upcoming season, and may the leads be in your favor.
Thank you so much, Fish, for going over all of the attack updates and availability updates. I really need you to stop trying to make fetch happen with the slogan, but you do you.
And he's gonna. It's one of the most admirable parts of that man. He's gonna do him. It's fine.
Just some highlights for me. I think Grumpig and Lapras are going to be really impressive in this season. That addition of Psywave on Grumpig, and then Lapras not only getting Psywave, but also getting that Sparkling Aria. It bothers me that Sparkling Aria is a water attack because I'm pretty sure it's a fairy type attack in the main series games. That's worth looking up, but I'm pretty sure that's a fairy type attack. Let's find out.
It's water.
It is?
It is a water type attack.
But
okay, then that's good.
On all accounts, it sounds like, feels like, and should be a fairy type move.
It is a signature move of Primarina, so
yeah,
it makes sense why it sounds like a fairy type move.
Okay, good. All right, then scratch all of that, because I thought it was a fairy type attack.
Oh, it's a sound-based move because it's an Aria. Oh, sound type when? Sorry. Who gets Boom Burst next?
Otherwise, I don't think this is going to be completely turn the meta upside down like it was at Worlds, where it just throw everything out the window. I think this is going to be more like rollout Blastoise is going to be interesting. You're going to get a lot. This is going to really benefit like core breakers. You're going to see a lot more core breakers, less not necessarily standard meta. You're going to have more options for things that are interesting, which is what I'm looking forward to out of this update. I'm excited to play after I take a little bit of a break, because I just played Go Battle League every single day for like 3 weeks because I was nervous about not hitting 500 wins. It was a lot, but I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Fish, for breaking it down for us, and I think we're ready to continue on with the show.
All right, excellent. Okay, I did do a check, by the way, a little spot check. No Boom Burst. Very disappointed. 0 out of 10 update from me, I guess. Anyway, thank you so much, Fish. But thank you very much, DeFi. We appreciate having you here. It's great. We hope you guys enjoyed Fish's little presentation. And we know that because we watched the video, and he's got the visual aid up. He's in the corner. It's great. So if you're not watching the video version of this podcast, you really should be. Again, we're on YouTube, or if you're watching on Spotify, you can also watch the video there. Don't forget to do the subscribe thing. Okay, Mr. Kyle, now that we're through PvP Corner, I think it's time for PokéPoll.
All right, for last week's PokéPoll, we had, how and when do you think we'll see elusive Pokemon such as Arceus or Keldeo in Pokemon Go? First response was from Lemurio, and they said Vivillon had like 17 forms, and Arceus, I think, has 17 forms, 1 plate per type. I believe that's 18 types.
I think it doesn't count normal or something.
Oh, it comes with default normal. So wait, no, is there not a normal plate?
Like a paper plate?
Yeah, like a paper plate. That'd be paper type. We don't have that in this game, though.
Okay. Sorry.
So I don't think I'd be shocked or disappointed if a collection mechanic for each plate, like with this Arceus from Research as your buddy, defeat 20 ghosts to get the spooky plate, was the way to make Arceus available, but still a bit customizable since you'd choose which Pokemon to target with it as your friend. So you could optimize it to the types you want your Arceus to be in your own order. Also, personal opinion, but Calyrex is creepy. The whole bunny jelly head possessing vibe thing is too much like alien face eater for me. Oh, hi, beautiful ice horse last year. Just eat this magical carrot and don't mind me fusing into your flank like a polyp. Barnacle's got nothing on Calyrex. Wow, that is quite a description of Calyrex, but also Glastrier.
It also does he possessed in the main series, one of the characters. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Glastrier and Spectrier are top tier.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an interesting idea, and only the cynical part of me is that they gotta monetize Arceus somehow. So
yeah,
that's the big one that holds me back from liking or expecting an idea like this, but I'd like it.
If they did something like this, there's no way it isn't raiding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Raid 10 ghost types.
Yeah. Raid 10
for
ghost
your
types.
spooky plate.
Be waiting forever for the Halloween event to come back to do that. Yeah.
Hey, Sablizing raids next week.
Hisuian Typhlosion. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Next round's from Trent. They said, Arceus? Probably never. I don't think all the forms would live up to any expectations. Keldeo? Galar Tour? It is in the DLC for Sword and Shield. Otherwise, maybe it comes back as another ticketed event for a random week during September. I like that idea. That's got to be. That's it. You sold me. $8 here than another Keldeo.
I think both is probably an answer that might be real. I feel like if they put it in a random research into September to get everybody to buy it, and then they featured it in the Galar Tour the next year or whatever, that then they give it to everybody, so there's quote unquote no hard feelings after the fact that there currently is.
So,
they would
sort of like how when they announced Johto Tour, there was 12 shinies that hadn't been released, and by the time we got to Johto Tour, only 4 of them hadn't been released yet.
Do. Yeah, man.
Anyways, next one's from Mikey Midas, and they said, Arceus has been so elusive and sought after that I don't think it'll just be put in raids. We might get one as part of a GoFest special research, then monetize access to plate points that can be redeemed to change Arceus' typing, like with Fusion Energy. Savali could potentially utilize a similar system for that Arceus light feeling, but it could also be accessible via type null raids. Oh, I forget that Pokemon exists.
Yeah, man.
That's an odd one.
It's cool though, and I always forget. So yeah, that's something that we've never really considered. They might do an event where they introduce null or do null leading up to an event, and then have an Arceus, X null event, right?
I feel like Arceus is that's a GoFest event in and of itself.
Yeah.
You could also do the GoFest research has to do with all the plates.
Yeah.
That's a fair idea. On the same point, though, I could see them doing a full season.
Yeah.
Here's your Arceus normal at the start, and you have, a 20-step research where you get all 17 plates.
They would probably do both, because that's kind of what they do with Go Fests and Go Tours, is they flavor at the beginning of the season, and then the big event is at the end of the season, right?
Yeah. So that I could see that. And then obviously Type Null and Silvally would be featured in there too.
Yeah.
Of course. And our last one comes in the form of voicemail from Sarah Amanda.
That's right. One half of Monster Hunter Nowcast. Go listen.
Hey, GoCast. It's Sarah Amanda here. I can imagine that Arceus is released as some kind of big weekend event where all the 5-star raids are Arceus. Maybe if you buy the event ticket, there's a collection challenge where you have to get all the forms. Although there would need to be some kind of super interesting adventure effects for Arceus, or a really good hook, because Arceus alone doesn't really have any game relevancy or excitement. It's just a dex filler that once people catch it, I'm pretty sure everyone's going to literally stop thinking about just Kecleon. Anyway, that's all. Peace. Sarah Amanda.
There was so much there. The Kecleon, just the cry for help. Kecleon deserves more.
Poor Kecleon.
I like the idea of a collection challenge having to do with the plates.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what's going to happen, but It also made me realize made me remember that this weekend for Unova Tour, I was really bummed out that there wasn't a collection challenge for each hour.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I wanted.
That's really...
I wanted that, and I didn't get it. And it makes me sad. Like, I like the collection challenges. I may be in the minority. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I talked to a lot of people at the in-person one as well, and there wasn't collection challenges there either. And that when people think tour, they think collection challenge. You know, because it's like that's like the thing. I guess it, you know, if you went to the first one, you've been to all of them, or you've done the first one rather at home. Like, we were all kind of like set up to believe that they were all kind of be like that, and we've gotten further and further from that catch every Pokemon in the generation model since. But yeah, I was bummed. There wasn't even like one with like 4 Pokemon in it from each of the biomes. Nah.
Yeah, that's kind of what all I wanted. Just a little like I like having. I like my checklists. I'm type A. I like.
Yeah. I like my number going up on the medal. That's the best part. Yeah. Anyway, thanks, Sarah Amanda. Appreciate that.
For this week's PokéPoll, we have: what Pokemon do you feel doesn't get the attention it deserves in Pokemon Go? Thinking events, features, etc. Oh, way to put me on the spot like this, Chris.
Hey, man.
Chris wrote this like 14 minutes ago. So
yeah,
I hadn't had time to think about it like I usually do the whole episode.
You had all of Fish's segment to think about this.
Do you have an answer? I need to hear. You had to have something because you wrote it down.
Oh, I mean, the usual suspects. I mean, I thought that our answers would be a little blasé for people that have listened for a while. But like, where should I start? Oh yeah, Cyndaquil. Oh yeah, Scyther. My favorites. Come on now.
But they get so much attention. Well,
whatever, not enough.
Scyther actually gets probably way too much attention.
Scyther?
Not gonna lie. Yeah.
There's the door, man.
He's a nesting species. Like, you can target farm Scyther over anything else in the game.
Yeah, but nests don't exist anymore, right? Because nobody talks about them. That's the thing. Okay, no, like a real answer. I mean, I could have an entire conversation with y'all about Typhlosion, but we've gotten Hisui and Typhlosion, so I really can't bark up that tree anymore, unfortunately. That being said, I really think that the lake spirits, who I don't particularly care for, did not get a lot of attention. Now, they were roaming. There was chases for them. Everybody got the shinies. They were really excited about that and stuff like that. But I feel like they're like mystical, and like nobody talked about them as Pokemon. They were just like added. You know, they didn't get like proper attention or introduction.
Yeah, they were added so quote unquote early into the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair thought. Also, remote raids kind of killed the idea of the lake spirits, which is
a little bit
a fair conversation to have. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I have an answer for this. I may have to give this an answer before we read next week's PokéPoll.
Well, why don't you let Steph answer, and then maybe you'll come up with an idea.
Okay. I mean, well, Steph, you can go ahead. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it.
Steph, what do you think?
I think that for all the time we waited for something like Smeargle and Kecleon, it was less exciting than it could have been, like what we ended up getting. I think that would be partial answer. And then, of course, like my favorites. Like I'm thinking about, I think a lot of Pokemon out of like the Kalos region, the Galar region, hasn't gotten enough love in Go. Like Bounsweet. Like I love Bounsweet's evolution line. With Steenie and Serena. Like, I think they're great Pokemon that deserve a little bit more attention.
What, the community day wasn't good enough for you?
No.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that, actually.
Like, I want people to, like, really like some of these Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think it's hard. I think Pikipek is cute. Like, I love Toucanon. I think it's a cool early route bird. And then just, the whole of Galar. So, which I'm hoping is going to be fixed up in this current season, because Galar's like a nice region. Like, I like the Galar region, and it just, we haven't gotten really anything from it. So I'm really hoping to see a lot of new Pokemon this season. So I think a couple things.
Okay.
Man, I'm gonna give a blasé answer here.
Okay.
And I'll have a better one next week, I promise. But to all the talk about Galar and then Kalos, Kalos really, I feel, has been done dirty in Go, and we also still don't have Aegislash, so I'm very sad. Aegislash is a huge fan favorite, and it still has no attention. Like, people would be chasing it harder than Larvesta would if it was in 10k eggs right now. And it don't give you that. You know that's true. You know that's true.
Yeah, you're right, but whatever.
So it doesn't have the attention it deserves because it's still not in Go, and it's actually crazy.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy.
Yeah, and like I'm thinking more like too, like Hoopa's really cool, but a lot of people like hate the raid mechanic.
Oh yeah, they totally did Hoopa dirty because of
Hoopa
the
dirty.
elite raids.
So yeah, I think Kalos and Gal are both as regions. I feel like we've gotten enough like Alola region Pokemon.
Alola,
from Alola.
Yeah,
Alola's been
a lot.
Okay. Alola's been okay.
Yep.
Like we've gotten a lot with like the Ultra Beasts and things. When do we get to can we evolve PokéPoll? I'm sorry, can we evolve it yet? Have I just not evolved my PokéPoll?
No.
Don't think you can.
I don't think we can.
No.
Oh, you can. You have to catch 20 dragon types. I've just kept mine small.
I've
just kept mine little.
At your as your buddy?
Oh, I don't even
Yeah.
remember people talking about that. Okay. Well,
there was a bit of Ultra Beast burnout. I'll be super honest with y'all. The Ultra Beast like adventure / theme / overall like mechanic was around for a while, and we saw those Ultra Beasts return to shinies really fast. It kind of, you know what it felt like? It felt like the Reggies a little bit. Not quite as beat to death, but close, you know? But I think we're ready to see some Ultra Beasts come back. Did we get all of them? I think we are missing one or two still. Unless I'm completely wrong here.
No.
Okay.
Question mark? I don't know the Ultra Beasts.
Okay.
No, we've got them all. We've got them all.
Oh, okay. All right, good.
Yeah, I'm looking at them now.
We don't have all the shinies yet, though. Like, we don't have, like, Stack Attack a shiny, Blacephalon, those last ones that came out. I don't think we have the shiny of all those yet. So, I guess we will see them come back in some capacity, probably for some sort of rocket event or interdimensional event or Hoopa event, something. So that'll be cool. Anyway, to finish this little segment up here, dear listener, we'd love to hear your responses to this week's PokéPoll question, which is, once again, what Pokemon do you feel doesn't get the attention it deserves in Pokemon Go? Think events, features, etc. We'd love to hear your answer when we post this on X and Threads. If you'd like to send it in as an email, you can. To mail@gocastpodcast.com. If you'd like to harass Steph and Fish with your response and have them then forward it to me, you can then send it to, was it PvP Corner at gocastpodcast.com?
Yes, sir.
Nailed it. Whew. And then beyond that, hey, you can also call and leave us a voicemail with your answer, 262-586-7717. If you're watching on Spotify, you can reply to the episode there. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe and do all that good stuff. But you can also leave a comment with your response. And lastly, if you're a patron subscriber of ours, you can answer the question in our patron exclusive Discord. We have a channel dedicated to this very topic. And I pull from there first because we love and appreciate our patrons. Okay. We are going to not have an emails and voicemails section this week. I would like to acknowledge the fact that we do have a nice voicemail from Sarah Amanda explaining the guaranteed lucky trade thing that Kyle and I were like, we need help, please. Somebody that knows what they're talking about. So Sarah Amanda came as Gandalf the White over the ridge. But we will save it for next week because it's evergreen content and I'm going to take advantage of that. Okay, so it's the end of the show then, which means, hey, here are some plugs yet again. Email us at mail@gocastpodcast.com. Call us at, oh my gosh, I scrolled too high. There we go. 262-586-7717. And then go to our website for all things GoCast at GoCastPodcast.com. Follow us on X and Threads at GoCast Podcast. And like I was talking about earlier, Patreon, if you'd like to help support the show on your own terms for as little as $1 a month, that's Patreon, patreon.com/GoCast Podcast. And speaking of patrons, our elite tier patrons who give at the 10 and higher, we thank them very, very much. We're actually going to give them a shout out. And DeFi, since you're not here on the reg, This means that this privilege is being bestowed on you to read this long list, hopefully in one breath. If you don't do it in one breath, that's fine. Neither can we anymore.
Shout out to our elite trainers. Bo, Daniel, Lori, Michael, Ozzy, Arkin, Marvin and Mimi, Sports Thayer, Jason, Justin, Charles, Motters, Lee, William, Brendan, Ethan, Steven, Nick, our favorite listener, Drew 2, Camo, The Ugly Rock, Jacob, Victoria, Sarah, Laura, Memorandums, Nabil, Tish, Jacob, Matthew, Don, Jean-Paul, Micah, Sean, Dave, and Nezakal.
You did it.
Hey.
You did it. Oh my gosh. All righty. And during flu season, no less. Whoa, look at you go. Okay. Thank you for all your support, y'all, for helping us keep the digital lights on. We appreciate you. Thank you. You can also leave a review if monetary support's not on the cards for you, or have already done that in the past and looking for another way to help us out. Reviews help us out in a lot of ways, like discoverability, and also makes us feel better about ourselves. So please do that.
Can't overlook that last bit.
Yeah, exactly. Mental health is a top priority. So please and thank you. All right, before we get out of here, we got to set some goals. So let's set our weekly goals really quick, and then we'll set our seasonal goals also really quick, I suppose. So this upcoming weekend is going to be Max Battle Weekend and the Fuecoco Community Day. Mr. Kyle, what are your goals?
I want to get 10 shiny Fuecoco, and I want to best buddy my Decidueye. Finally, officially done. Never interacting with the buddy system again.
Very nice. That's the last one for your platinum medal?
No, that's the last one for the gold medal.
Oh.
The platinum is what, 200?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would rather die and uninstall the game and delete my account than do that.
Wow, man.
I'm not even joking.
Holy moly. Okay.
I could go on, and people would probably get upset at me. So,
Steph, you're posturing. What's your medal at?
What's the medal called again?
Oh, best buddy.
I've never looked at the medal names until I need to set a goal for one.
I mean, mine's not good. It's one of the few ones I don't have platinum, but I have 54.
Yeah, hey, that's good.
It's a good thing Lachlan's not here to tell us he has
I know.
375.
Yeah. All right, so that's great. Thank you, Mr. Kyle. For myself, for this upcoming weekend or until we record next, 5 shiny Fuecoco. I'm going to be at a work event out of town, leaving Thursday, not coming back until Monday. So unfortunately, I'll likely be working during this event. But that said, you know what? Plus has done me lots of favors in the past. So
it's okay. Chris doesn't care about Fuecoco, so it's deserved.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, but he's cute and popular. All right, that's for sure. 50 eggs hatched. I do intend to be walking around a convention center a lot, so hopefully that'll add up. And then rank 5 in GBL. I got to do something.
Got to set your weekly goals, or you won't get there.
I want to get back. Oh, this is a good goal. I'm gonna change my goal.
Harass Chris into battling with me. Yeah, hey, that sounds like fun. I don't think I've done that before, so that would be cool. All right, okay, and then that's it. That's it for my weekly goals, which means that we're moving to seasonal ones. Because DeFi, do you want to set a weekly goal? Are you going to play Fuecoco this weekend?
I will. I will be actually. I didn't mention this in PvP Corner, but I will be casting at the Vancouver Regional Championships.
Ooh.
So I will be able to play while I'm there, and it's kind of nice to play in the convention center.
Yeah.
I don't it's hard for me to set a goal because I will be working, and against popular belief, I'm not constantly we're not always on our phones when we're casting. So I'll hold off. But I liked my seasonal goals. I think I've got my 5 seasonal goals down.
Okay, that sounds good. And good luck this weekend to everybody participating. And y'all should tune in and see DeFi. Yeah.
Twitch.tv/Pokemon Go.
Do it. All right. Seasonal goals. Let's do that. I'll just bang mine out really quick. Actually play GBL. Yeah, we'll see this time. Hopefully so. Shiny Larvesta. It's going to be harder to hunt now, which means that I just want it more, man. So that's fine. I'll do it.
If you get it traded to you, would that count?
Now that it's so hard to get, like when it was in every single egg pool, I would have said no. But I've hatched thousands of eggs. to no luck. When Henderson got it at KOTOR in LA, that was it for me. Something inside me just died and never came back. And so maybe we'll see. I was
just curious.
We'll see. Fill up my decks with missing evolutions. There's a lot of evolutions I don't have, like Slurpuff and stuff like that, because I just can't be bothered to do the buddy
just chill
stuff.
In there.
Yeah. So I need to go through and really round that all out so I have a good idea of what I'm actually missing. And then I'd like to power up my Kubfus to max because I'm going to get the ticket. I'm going to do both. So max for me will be 50, not 40. So
50?
Yeah, I'll have it.
How do you intend to get
rare candy?
600 XL candy.
I mean, I'm already at like 500 right now.
You're going to use 600 rare candy XL? I
mean, we'll see, right? So
on these two?
Okay, look, I'll adjust this to power up at least one. How about that?
That's an insane goal that's an insane commitment of resources for somebody who just hoards resources.
That means I've got them, man.
Holy God. But you get them to not spend them.
This is personal growth. Yeah, my 26 million Stardust now for this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So those are my 4. Kyle, what about you?
I want to actually play the game this season.
Good luck.
This last season was very rough for me personally, which kind of ties in. That was a generic one. The next one is actually continuing the weekly streaks, starting with this season, which started today. And last, I want to make progress across my special research that I have sitting in stacks, which I currently have 9 special research.
Nice.
Minus the Kubfu one, which we actually get tomorrow. So yeah, that's what I'm setting right now. And remember, like 3 of those research are rockets. I will just do those to get them out of the way because I'm tired of this list being so unmanageable.
Do we know what the Shadow Redemption is now? Is it Cresselia?
I could not tell you.
I don't remember either.
It'll be a nice surprise.
It might be. It might be a very not nice surprise too.
I don't have to spend all of the radars if I do them all at once. So
no, I know. It just would be funny.
Oh God.
Okay. All right.
Is it still Palkia?
It might be.
It wouldn't be as bad. I guess.
That'd be fine.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And it rips through Go Battle League. Like Shadow Dragon Breath is scary.
You hear that, Kyle? You could be a GBL master.
You just Shadow Dragon Breath things.
That's right.
And you win.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
None of this ABB stuff, just A. 2 empty slots.
No.
It really is that gross.
If I need dragons, I will go play Monster Hunter.
Okay. All right. So, Steph, what about you?
All right, I would like to complete the GBL timed research, my every time goal, but less stressful this time.
Yeah.
Where I realize a few weeks before the season ends that I haven't played at all. So not have that happen again. I'm going to set my goal. I think my standard right now is going to be reach expert rank is the goal. And then I have a stretch goal. If I get that, then my next goal would be to reach legend. So I think a tiered goal for me is going to work really well. I would like to, again, I'll set the +3 for the best buddy medal. I'm currently at 54, so try to get to 57. I'll work on that Hundo Purified Mewtwo. That'll be my next one after my current.
Right.
I have a lucky Hundo Charcadet that I'm working on right now. And my shiny Gyarados that I've had forever. My 98% level 50. Its name is Mahogany, after Mahogany Town.
That's a good name.
Where you find it in Johto. Then +5 on the part, literally just do 5 party challenges. Because I'm currently at 95 and the next badge level is 100.
Oh,
so literally just do a party one time with someone. Just once.
Really quick, did you have the chance? Did you have time? I know you've been super busy. Did you listen to our last episode?
I have not. Please don't hate me, but I have not had time for podcasts.
No, you're fine.
So I literally only listen to the PvP ones because that's all I have time for.
I mean, you at the very least that in a professional capacity. Anyway, the reason I'm asking is because we might have gone off about how bad party play is and how much we really don't like it. And you know how much blowback we got from that? Nothing, because everybody agrees.
The people, no.
I was like, really? People care? No.
The people who care are too busy with a pop-up on their screen to respond.
Yeah. During our entire rant, they're like, oh, shoot, I'm the leader. I got to pick a new task. Why won't this screen work? Oh, yeah, no, anyway. What's your last goal?
All right, my last goal. I miss streaming on Twitch. It's just been, I have had so much going on with work and in my personal life. It has been just not been able to happen. And I've been working really hard, just like on some personal goals around like my own mental and physical wellness, so that I'm hoping that with that in check, I'll be able to pick up streaming on Twitch again in this new season.
All right. That sounds great.
And invite Chris. Invite Chris just like one time. We can get you to rank like 5 in a day.
Sweet.
You do that.
You have to be prepared to spend Stardust though.
I got it to spend. That's fine.
We'll make you a Grum Pig. It'll be great.
I'm already a Grum Pig. That's the problem. That's Kyle's brand. I don't mean to step on your toes, man. All right. That concludes this episode. We'll have to get back to y'all about Fish and Lachlan's seasonal goals, about how they went in the past and what they're hoping to do this season. But until then, we'll see y'all next episode. Don't forget to listen to PvP Corner. Yes, there you go. And also tune into Monster Hunter Nowcast. The two of them are putting in a lot of work. We literally just put up like episode 47 today. They're cooking, absolutely cooking, and cooking in game too, because they added that pretty recently. And we'll see you next time. Good luck with Foot Coco and all that good stuff. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.